Alright, ladies and gents, good afternoon and welcome to the final day of the final week of the Meta.us CSGO SEAesport Alpha League. My name is G10 coming at ya, and I'm here with my co-caster, finally a co-caster, Sneaky Frog himself.
Hello. Welcome back. It's Vertigo once again, Fractals versus Valkyrie. It's like we have this fight every week, so it's basically like a common thing at this point. But last time that someone won on this map was Valkyrie, but Valkyrie getting things started here as Dana does get the double pistol headshot, but Dan does answer back, making it a 2v2. Two people left on the side. Dan is gonna get Toby as well. Tony Paponi, the last one alive for the side of Valkyrie, is not gonna work out as Spicy K does get him in time anyway. Just being one-way Fractals. History between these two have met in the grand finals. Game 1 was Vertigo as well. Fractals lost to Valkyrie, but the difference is that Fractals was playing with a 6-man, and right now they're playing with Dan this time, which is a huge difference because Dan really has something else in terms of impact in the game.
That's true. From what we've been seeing of Dan 1-2 over the past few weeks, he is kind of the glue that keeps Fractals together, but almost the Deagle finding the head of somebody from Fractals there. But is that actually how you pronounce it, Valkyrie? Because I've always been pronouncing it Walker.
It's a Valkyrie in German, apparently.
I see. So Valkyrie is... they're looking for the Deagle kills, and they will find it. Toby finding one onto Migs, but then 1-2 from the back. 2 headshots with the FAMAS. Tosses a nade and looks for the third one. Gets it. Yes, and he can possibly go for an ace here. He's got 3 already with the FAMAS, but Sky with an MP9 will deny that ace, killing both of the remaining Valkyrie members, securing the second round for Fractals.
Yep, and this is what I'm seeing. Dan is a whole different beast compared to last week. And now I do think that he wants revenge and get into the grand finals, as Spades is waiting, one of the teams that we didn't really see throughout the tournament, but now they're pretty much one of the most dangerous teams you can actually face with their roster being so stacked. I think this is going to be an A-side take for Valkyrie. One-way smoke here for Spicy K, just so he can see Tony Poponi Molotovs, the sandbags, just in case any of the Fractals members want to go for a cheeky flank. But the cheeky flank is not going to work out for Dan for the other side, as Toby does get the kill. 2 more people left on site, but Spicy K from behind, he does get the captain, he does get the Hachi, but Zana does get the immediate trade with the AK-47. Can he get another one with the entry? Tony Paponi with a double kill. That's crisp, clean. But last one live is Sky, all the way from behind.
Yeah, Sky's got an MP9.
I don't think he can do anything here, unless he can do something pretty wacky with the MP9, as the jumping accuracy is on point, but S.E.A.L does get him in the back of the head. Executed
gang style from the back of the head. But that is a little bit of a devastating loss for Fractals. Look, they're gonna have to eco once again. Oh, they're not. They're actually forcing a pretty risky buy here. Valkyrie, definitely, they have all of the advantages. They have so much more utility, and they have prime choice of where to move. Unless Migs is able to sneak up behind Toby and shoot him in the back of the head with a Deagle. Those one-taps are deadly, especially if you're running a full gun buy. Fractals, we've known them to steal away rounds like this, and it's looking to happen again as Sky finds Zana creeping through a smoke. Utahachi now in the hot seat. He's looking. He knows, and he will get Sky, but then 1-2 with a trade on Tony Paponi somewhere else in the map. Able to find another headshot by Migs onto S.E.A.L, finishing off Captain Utahachi. What a steal from Fractals, and they're going to be able to capture 3 AKs from that. That was a risky buy, but that risk was well worth the trade.
Definitely. Fractals, I mean, Migs has been a thorn on the side of Valkyrie for a while with his ecstatic entries and his Deagle frags, as we saw. He just ran up of T corridor and already got a free AK on his hands, and Valkyrie now on the back foot in this round, despite having 3 AKs in this one. 2 of them only have a Tech 9 and a Mac 10 respectively, so they're gonna have to step up the headshots, or else this might be big trouble for Valkyrie as Fractals try to stretch their lead in this one.
Yeah, and what I'm seeing from the map is that Valkyrie can go either way here. They're looking for a little bit more information to decide before fully committing, because Fractals, they do have every possible advantage here. They have the utility advantage, although they have used quite a bit of it. Valkyrie, they definitely can find a chance, especially if Xana is able to find Migs' head right there. An opening frag, S.E.A.L following up on Sky. Damn so good trading it, but he will get traded as well. And suddenly it's a 2v4 in favor of Walker, with Fractals caught with their pants down.
Man, once again, Valkyrie is being very aggressive on this B site. Fractals, they're gonna have to figure out Valkyrie for like the 4th time at this point, because Valkyrie is very dynamic team. Xana gets another one here, and Dan, last one live. Let's see if he can save this AK actually.
They're closing in on him though. They're hunting him down. He can get an exit frag or 2 here.
What?
Oh, is he DC?
I think he's AFK, or is either AFK or DC'd. So
he got DC'd.
Either way, that was a funny clip.
Unfortunate.
I was like, oh my god, this is like the god angle that Dan.
I thought so too, dude. I thought so too, because he could have found Xana right there. Could have gotten 1 and maybe
Dan
2 kills.
Just AFK, man. I think he was just AFK. Yeah. But now Xana making sure that T corridor is safe this time, as he does get the kill on Migs. And now Fractals on a force buy this time. The doesn't work out for them. S.E.A.L gonna get the headshot here on Sky. Dan down to 47 HP, looking in a direction once again that we thought was a god angle, but no, it is.
Nope, it was a scrub angle. It was a scrub angle the whole time.
Yeah, but Spicy K and Damn So Good, they can definitely pull this round out of the bag if they can, hit their shots right, and they're definitely players to hit the shots right. But
most definitely, but the problem there is Damn So Good, he does only have a CZ. Although Spicy K can find a spicy frag here, he will not though. He's gonna try for it. He misses twice with his Deagle Blaze. Damn So Good, as I was saying, he has a CZ, so he has to get a sneaky kill on one and then capture a rifle if he wants to be effective in this 2v5. Although Fractals, they are running out of time, they might just be looking for exit frags. They're not going to go for the hard retake. Walker, they can definitely try to hunt down the remaining members of Fractals here.
This is a very interesting pick from both teams, actually, because last time, just like I said, last time Fractals did lose this map to Valkyrie in a very close best of 3. But I'm interested on what the process of the veto went into this. It's like, why didn't Fractals ban out Vertigo, as they do know Valkyrie does have some complicated T-side strats on this one, but I do think that Fractals wanted to test the Vertigo game with a Dan on the roster, so I do think that last time was very close despite having a 6-man, so we're gonna test the limits on how they can play with Dan this time, but Xana and Toby already getting 2 of the members here of Fractals, Deagle, CZ, and a P250 in hand. Spicy K, that he's not going to have a good time, as Toby does get the headshot on him.
Damn So Good with the angle. He does get 1. He gets 2 with a spray of his CZ. Suddenly there are 2 AKs for Fractals to work with.
That is the bomb as well. They should be very, very careful of that, as the angles here going towards stairs are very dangerous for both TTs and Ts. You can be shot from below, you can be shot from the side. Molotovs are going to start to clear out the Ts in this one, as you can see Dan can just tap from the stairs. Damn So Good and him are just clearing all the members of Valkyrie, but Utahachi is the captain, going to save the Valkyrie squad. Yes, he will. Does take down Dan 1-2, and Captain Utahachi once again saving Valkyrie from certain doom there.
That was an insane effort by Fractals. They almost got the steal off of that round, but Utahachi, he was fresh for the fight. Dan12 was a little bit worse for wear. He didn't have like all that much information. He definitely knew where Utahachi was, but I guess it's still a pretty good almost win for Fractals because they were able to do a lot of damage to Valkyrie's economy. But now they have full bot. They have M4s on the field. And looks like Fractals are going to be holding angles instead of pushing to get more info this time.
Man, Valkyrie, their offense on this map is actually something else. But I would want to talk about that 1v1. I do think that the information wasn't on the side of Dan there, as he shot very early on from the underside of the stairs, so I do think Utahachi knew exactly where he is, but I do think Tony Paponi is going to start moving into this A site as he crawls ever so slowly, trying to get the headshot on Dan here, but from behind it's going to be Migs once again taking down the lurk, actually, because I do think they're going to go into the B site, but Dan is not allowing anyone entry in this mid area, but Utahachi does get two here with the AK-47. S.E.A.L gets one as well from the other side of the map, actually near B ramp, or actually on B ramp, as Toby.
It's a massacre.
Damn so good, and Migs gets killed through the smoke. What was that?
That was a godly round from Walker, honestly. Utahachi, he was able to shut down Dan before he could really pop off. But I think that was the key to that entire round for Walker. Because otherwise, Dan could have pulled off things if he won that 1v1 versus Utahachi there. And moving on to this next round, Fractals, they have bought pistols once again, but it's not going to work out. It will work out for Migs. He will get one. A quick trade is going to be there. Oh, through the smoke! Dan12 finds Xana's head with his Deagle. Blaze is also able to find his AK. Fractals still fighting back, and this is what they're kind of good at. Alright, Tony Paponi and S.E.A.L trying to find them so good. They will do it eventually, but now it's a 2v2. Sorry, I was about to say 2v3, but they were able to take down Sky really easily there. Now Dan12 and Spicy K. The bomb is going towards B, and Utahachi lurking there finds Dan12 as he was rushing through. Now Spicy K, it's all on him. He's got an AK. Can he make the spicy AK play? Coming into B, he is in a 1v2. Those angles that he's coming from are guarded by Utahachi, who has been playing like a god for the past few rounds. Look at this man.
I mean, I was gonna say like the trades were better for Fractals at that point, but Tony Paponi getting multiple frags, as well as Utahachi finishing 2 off in the end, getting the round again for Valkyrie, and now they're stacking their economy. Fractals, if they do not win this round, they're gonna be in a wave of trouble going into the next few rounds as Utahachi tries to go for the push, but it's not gonna work out as the Fractal squad just drop on top of them like it's nothing. Now they're gonna be focusing on the mid control once again. Toby looking for anything here, does get damn so good with the AK. That means B might be open. The only person they have to worry about is Sky. Rotations are gonna start, but all the way from mid is gonna be Xana. Now they have full control of B. This is very good play for Valkyrie, knowing that 2 of their members are down. They cannot play in A side anymore, but Xana clearing. They don't need the plant. He just clears everyone near that ramp position going into B side.
Yeah, and I want to say how that was almost really good for Fractals because Spicy K was so aggressively deep in ramp. He got flashed and they didn't notice him there until they pushed through the smoke. He was able to get 2, and that was almost really good. But Valkyrie, they just won every angle. They caught Fractals looking in places where they weren't supposed to be looking, and that forces Fractals into another kind of a force buy here. Sky, I noticed he's really been liking that MP9 when the rest of his team are going pistols, but I guess the economy kind of shapes up. But look at these angles being held by the CZ players. They're really looking to get someone up close and personal to be able to get that rifle steal immediately. And they are about to execute here, I think. No, Valkyrie, they're looking for the information first. And the information that's going to come through is Migs finds S.E.A.L's head. Goes for the steal. The MP9 will also pay off for Sky, who's able to find Xana lurking in the darkness. Trying to get a sneaky, and that Deagle from Spicy K. Incredibly, Fractals hasn't even lost a single member yet, and they've captured 3 AKs. Well, Tony Paponi is gonna take care of Dan12 right there. Well, damn so good trades Captain Utahachi for it, but Tony Paponi, can he do this? He's 19 HP. He does not have the bomb, and he's up against 3 members of Fractals with AKs. This is going to be a tough ask, but it's all on him now. He's still at B site, knows he doesn't have the bomb. Will try to make his way to it.
I do think he's gonna go for this. Never mind. Migs just swings him and just gets wrecked. I mean, I thought they were learning at this point that they knew that Migs was gonna go for T corridor control with the CZ, but instead of that, he actually stayed back, waited for the flash of his teammate, which did work out in their favor as Fractals does get the 4th round in their score. But I do think it is gonna be an A ramp rush here for Valkyrie. Captain Utahachi does get 1. Tony Paponi does get 2. Fractals, they just lost in the entirety of control here on A side. Actually, Psych, because that is Sky still on site. They still need to be careful about this, but is this going to be another ring around the rosy as Valkyrie is going to try to go for B site? Xana once again clearing the back of B site for his teammate. S.E.A.L here does go for the plant, and Sky, the last one alive, he's going to go the same direction as his teammates did perish. So he's going to have to be careful here.
Don't hear
to jump on the side?
It is viable. I've seen them do it in the warm-up, but it's going to be very risky here as if he does make any sort of sound. Look at him. He's right next to S.E.A.L right here. Or is that Xana? He's right next to Xana right here. And he's waiting for...
actually looking at that angle. This is very great for both of them, but it's not going to work out for Sky as Xana does finish him off. So, okay. So, S.E.A.L was actually watching the jump to the left, and Xana was watching the entrance. But that's very good. That's very good game sense from both of these members of Valkyrie here, as Fractals are now 4 rounds down in this one as we go into the 13th. Now, once again, flashing T corridor just in case Migs wants to go for anything here.
Yeah, and right now, Valkyrie, they are looking to come up mid. Maybe they're all positioned towards a possible B take here. The bomb has not been taken. There is no commitment yet. And this is a little bit strange, a change of pace from the past couple rounds because Valkyrie have been amping up the aggression on Fractals. And now it's a little bit of a slow one, maybe to throw Fractals off, but it's not going to work because Spicy K is the one throwing Utahachi's head off of his shoulders with a cheeky single kill there. Ooh, he will get traded though. Tony Paponi finding Spicy K. Then one too soon following. And oh, I did not have auto director on. Hang on. I was looking at guys. Yeah, I was watching one guy wondering what is happening. Why am I not seeing the kills? But I'm seeing it now. Stab so good. Takes out Xana. He is 13 HP. Sky's full. They have a tough take here. Oh, but Sky just 1v2s, takes down 2. Damn so good. Finishes off Toby, and Fractals actually won that round. That was a good win for them. Although it won't set back Walker a lot, they can possibly find their way into a 7-8 score coming into the second half.
Now, well, actually, Valkyrie's economy is not in a good place at the moment, but Migs, once again, very close in this mid position, just trying to get any information, any picks, because that has been Fractals' playstyle. Even on CTs, try to get the pick and just play off that. And they do have complete control of mid, and I do think that they're just waiting for the smoke or anything to come out. And Migs just near the sandbags, making sure that he doesn't get pre-fired there. Boosts are gonna come out. Mid-ramp
Ooh.
needs to be taken here in order for all of the members of Valkyrie to start pouring into B site. But nothing happening just yet. The bomb is still down. Utahachi all the way here in scaffolding on A site, looking for anything, possibly a kill on Danwan too. Yes, it is gonna be the case for them. The rotations are gonna start to come in from both Spicy K and Sky. Damn So Good is still all the way back in B site now. Is gonna start to move in here, but Spicy K and Sky actually gonna get 2 of Valkyrie's members in this one.
Yeah, Toby and S.E.A.L now, they have to go for the take. It's a 2v3. Toby's coming through the ramp. S.E.A.L will get the plant. Toby spots Sky popping up and takes his head off. Now they've evened it up a little bit. Valkyrie, they still have quite a ways to go. Fractals, they know they have to win this if they want to have a chance to bring it to a somewhat even scoreline. So they're hunting, and Damn So Good finds Toby, but S.E.A.L at the same time finds Spicy K. They trade kills, and now it's a 1v1 situation, and S.E.A.L through the smoke. Damn So Good tried to ninja. S.E.A.L said, "Nah, I see you." Right before that smoke popped, Valkyrie with their 9th round.
Great sense of timing there from S.E.A.L, knowing that the smoke will only I think the smoke bounces twice before it pops, right? So yeah. I do think as soon as he heard the bounce of the smoke, he just went for the peek, knowing that that person was gonna go for a possible ninja defuse or ninja fake at least. But once again, Fractals getting control of this mid area. Migs going aggressive once again here on T corridor. Upstairs, he might try to go down the ladder and surprise some of the members of Valkyrie here, and Fractals just try to choke out Valkyrie into a very uncomfortable position. S.E.A.L is gonna spot out Spicy K though, and Utahachi and Toby. Everyone in Valkyrie is having a massacre right now, just like you said. Damn So Good and Danwan too, the last 2 alive for the side of Fractals. Now in their respective sites. I do think that Damn So Good can get 2 in mid here just to try to help the case for Fractals. But
it's definitely a tough ask though. Damn So Good and Danwan too, they are both going to be looking over at B. Valkyrie, they still have they're still really patient here, not really committing to any aggressive site takes as of yet, slowly clearing angles before pushing into A. And Fractals, I think they know that the take is not going to be at B, although they will have a little bit of time to try to rotate here because Valkyrie is taking their sweet time, being very cautious about it, very by the book. It is a 2v5. Oh, that one too. You can't be missing your shots like that, buddy. But he will get the kill in the end on Xana. Will he get even more? Doesn't seem like it so far.
Damn So Good. You still need to get the round.
Yeah, that's so good. He will get one, and he didn't want to. Should have calmed down there, or he wouldn't have gotten killed by Pony. But now it's 3 against 1. Damn So Good will be found by Captain Utahachi for the 2nd kill of the round, and 10-5 is what we'll go into the second half with in favor of Valkyrie.
That's got to be the funniest sequence ever. I saw you just see like Dan shooting the ground into like an and it just gets wrecked by Tony Poponi the next time he peeks. But we have switch side. It is said that Vertigo is very, let's say, strategy sided. If the T's do have strats, they're gonna win. If they don't, that's gonna be a big L. But do you think Valkyrie is gonna go for something very similar to Fractals? One person is gonna go aggressive and try to go for the peak, but I do think it's gonna be a mid take here for Fractals, as Migs once again is a thorn on the side with the entries, but Xana from behind is a thorn as well. Try to get the headshot here in mid, but it's not gonna work out. Tony Poponi with the defense on his own. Xana with a very aggressive one tap here on Sky. Last one alive is Danwantu with the Glock 18. This is definitely doable, especially him. But
he doesn't do it.
Is gonna get the round in the end, man. 5 rounds left for Valkyrie until they go to the grand finals up against Spades, man.
And if you guys are just tuning in, or if you don't know what's happening, this is the losers final of the lower bracket, if you so please. And whoever wins this will go on to the grand finals versus Spades. Whoever loses can't try again next week because we won't have it next week for now. This is the final week of the Meta.us seal, and it's going to be the final week of Xana getting killed by Damn So Good. Sky getting S.E.A.L as well. That's a good couple kills for Fractals, but Utahachi's there to respond with a UMP 45 right to Sky's face. They can definitely go. Oh! Out of the air! Tony Paponi gets sniped by a Deagle. Spicy K was looking at the right place, the right time.
I felt that.
Did you see his body fly? Did you see his head go?
That's so hard, man. I would be so tilted yet so impressed at the same time. Spicy K does get Utahachi in the end.
That Spicy K is the MVP of that round. 100%. Definitely. Look at that. That was some amazing work from him. And now Fractals, they're the ones with an advantage coming into this round.
Yeah, they do have guns. They do have everything. They do have FAMASs from the last time the TTs bought as well. But Valkyrie, Eagles, 5.7s, and CZs, definitely you can take a sight with this as soon as you get a kill in. Danmontu trying to get any pre-fires going here on B side just in case there's any corners camped by the CTs. And Sky,
he's heard one.
He does hear one. I do think that it is Utahachi that's going to be heard. And the CZ is definitely deadly in close quarters, so I do think that Valkyrie does want to keep it that way.
Yeah, Valkyrie, although they are wheelie pistols, they could have the upper hand here, but not if Damn So Good finds Xana's head. Just peeking through. That was a wide peek from Xana though, and I think that is a well-deserved headshot by Damn So Good. And now Fractals are into the site. Danmontu finds S.E.A.L. And look at this. Toby is able to get one, but he and Tony Paponi are the last men alive. 2v4 Fractals. Easy plan for them. A very, very tough but doable retake, especially if Tony Paponi hits shots like those. Look at that 1D on Sky, but he is getting pinged at. They're pinning him down. Toby with 16 HP will be found. Oh, that was Tony Paponi. Will be found by Miggs's Mac 10 there, and Toby with his Deagle is just going to run away. He's going to savor that Deagle.
I mean, they can't really do anything at this point. Valkyrie, they just have to run. Fractals, they do have to stack the rounds, stack the economy, stack everything, because at this point, they're going to have to mount their comeback if they do want their finals with a spades in this one. And Fractals,
and I like that. Hang on. I like that Fractals, they would rather risk the player damage than hunt for Toby. That is some respect given there to that Deagle, because they know that even though Toby was alone, they still need to respect his power to one-tap them just like that. That is a perfect example. Thank you, Toby.
They thought that the Deagle of Toby was not that threatening, but now they do pay their lesson. But Fractal's gonna start moving into this A side. Xana does trade out his teammate. That's optimal gameplay right there with the USP. And now Fractals careful once again in this round. They do have upgraded. Tony Paponi does have a P250. This could do damage to someone in the mid area.
Oh, through the... Is he hacking? Look at that. He's spraying through. That was a wallbang spot, but damn it. Caught Xana in the back of the head. Sorry, folks. I am not insinuating that he's hacking. It's just, that is an insane wallbang spot. Jesus.
As Mo would say, this kid is an amazing savant. And he got person through it with a pre-fire, but Fractals now crawling ever so slowly despite Valkyrie pre-firing through the smoke, pre-firing everything at this point. If Utahachi does bounce up in this box, he's gonna probably die, but Pony from behind, he does get Damn So Good. Danmontu, oh, it actually is gonna be Valkyrie winning this one despite being on pistols only. The damage was too much for Fractals in that pistol round. Valkyrie now only 4 away from going into the grand finals. Fractals are on the not really on the back foot in this one, as they can still buy. But I do think coming into the next round, it is not so good news if they do lose this one.
Yeah, 100%. But that was an awesome steal by Valkyrie, just playing it patiently and having the right angles. It seems like they know this map a lot better than Fractals. They're more familiar with it. But Toby, with an opening kill with his op, proves me right. He knew exactly what angle and around what time to fire that. He did. That wasn't humanly possible, that reaction time. So that was a pre-fire. It just caught Migs at the exact right time. That is a display of map knowledge, ladies and gents.
Yeah, good angle from S.E.A.L as well, but he's probably gonna get pre-fired at that point. Zana looking at the wrong place at the wrong time. Does get one though, it does get Sky. Molotov is gonna come out, S.E.A.L is gonna start peeking this angle as well. Does get damn so good, he knows exactly where he is. Smokes, Molotovs, everything is gonna be thrown into this site.
Spicy
K,
K.
man. Dan
Yeah.
1-2. Oof.
This is going to be a hard day, especially if S.E.A.L just finds Spicy K trying to sneak around, takes his head off, and now down 1-2. He does have an AK. He might be looking to just save that. He gets S.E.A.L. He may get a second, but he doesn't. It's Captain Utahachi who finds his head. It's another round for Valkyrie, bringing the round gap to 6 rounds. They're 13-7, 3 away from entering a grand final.
Chat is asking, where is Lay Magician? I also want to know.
Yeah, Lay Magician. He was playing yesterday, but I guess they benched him for Dan here.
Man, maybe because what happened last time as well. That could be the reason why they did bench Eugene here. But Tony Paponi and the boys are just gonna be fragging out this time. S.E.A.L is gonna be taken down though with Tech 9s. They're gonna be hiding behind this white pillar or this white whatever cement. Here is on the B side scaffolding rather. And Montu, they're gonna try for something here with only the pistols, but it's not gonna work out as round 14 does go to Valkyrie, or rather the 14th scoreline.
Yep.
I do think that I'm not underestimating Sky. I do think he's a very good player, but Lay Magician played insane the last time that Valkyrie and Fractals met.
And Lay Magician is actually just insane on his own. I saw his
I do miss his opting.
Oh yeah, that his op is something to behold. He clutched out a 1v4 round yesterday with an op. If I remember
I can conclude why he's not here. It's probably like online classes or something.
Yes. A lot of our players are still students, but Fractals, they had to force by that round.
This lineup of Fractals are definitely not students.
Yeah. They're one of the longest standing CSGO teams in the Philippines. And it kind of shows when they have all this expertise, but Valkyrie, they are just, I guess, their
ceiling is higher. As I always say, Valkyrie, their ceiling is definitely quite higher compared to Fractals, which I wouldn't say they are Fractals already peaked, but Valkyrie at this point is just on their way to peaking in this one. But Fractals looking for the set here on his site. They're looking for anything, any picks here, but Utahachi going aggressive does get some damage here on Dan 1-2 behind the construction arm here, but Migs does get one with the AK. Zana does do some damage here on the A side. Utahachi as well, but so many members of Valkyrie actually falling in this one. That's your teammate. You should not play, actually.
What? That was such a good flag from Spicy K, actually. Because... Oh, that one too finds Tony Paponi as well with his AK-47. Alright, Fractals in this game for another round. But as I was saying, that was a really, really good flag from Spicy K because I think it was S.E.A.L who was there, or was it Toby? One of them, they could have easily lined up a two-man spray there, if not for Spicy K flanking from behind at that exact moment. Alright, so let's see. Once again, Fractals, they have to pull something out of the hat right now to actually keep going in this game. Valkyrie, they have a little bit of slack on the line because they are just one away from match point. Although they are running a little bit low on guns and lives, as Damn So Good finds Zana. Sky headshots S.E.A.L as well, and now A side belongs to Fractals with Sky finding a third kill onto Utahachi, jumping up, and he will be found out by Toby's FAMAS. That was a very, very aggressive push there, but he did get a lot of information for Fractals. In a 2v4 situation, information is king. And 1-2. He is standing on top of this thing. One of the containers up there. Toby and Tony Paponi will be holding angles. It will work out for Toby as he finds Migs as well with his FAMAS looking to do some damage. He can still find the rest of Fractals, but it won't be enough time to actually defuse. So Fractals will grab this round. Toby and Tony Paponi, they're being hunted right now. And Dan12 will find Toby before the round ends as well. A good come up for Fractals here, forcing Valkyrie into an eco situation.
9-14. Fractals can definitely buy going into the next round. If they do win, they're gonna start stacking their economy, which is basically what you want as the foundation going into the comeback. Valkyrie actually stopped going for the full force buys at this point now. They're gonna go for the saves with only upgraded pistols going into this round. Tony Paponi with the Deagle can definitely do some damage.
Ooh.
And Zana gets caught out by Damn So Good. Does see another one through the smoke. Actually, now they have complete control of a site. Toby, the only resistance that Valkyrie had in that one, and Fractals now are gonna go for the plant and just gonna go for the cleanup basically at this point.
Yeah, it's Sky and Damn So Good looking for the last frag. They're going to be looking for Tony Paponi with his Deagle. Damn So Good and Sky have 2 kills each. Some really aggressive play from these guys, paying off really well. Now Tony Paponi at ladder, trying to sneak up, trying to find at least one. Take out a little bit of Fractal's economy. But Fractals have put themselves in a really good spot here. They have all 5 alive. Although that may be changing soon if they run into Tony Paponi. Looks like they won't.
Into Tony Paponi at the wrong angle.
Yeah, looks like they won't though, and they will remain all alive for the end of that round. Look at their money; they have so much money. They also find Tony Paponi at the last second. Migs.
The timing, the one time he looked away, man. That's
My
so
Lord.
sad.
Yeah. Fractals are really in a good spot now. They have enough money to buy even if they lose now. Although if they do lose, it's going to be very bad for them as Valkyrie will then be on match point. Valkyrie with a full buy and Sky aggressing onto ramp. He will pull out a flash at the same time. Stoby finds him.
There's 4 people on A site. Jesus, man.
Yeah, they stacked A in instantly there. Valkyrie, I mean, and it will work out for them as Zana finds another one. Migs biting the dust there, and Damn So Good taking quite a bit of damage from a stray grenade. Now 1-2, he will be the next one creeping up. He has the bomb. He's looking for the smoke. He will find it. And they're going to enter. 3v5 could be dangerous for them. Walker have the angle, some good angles covered here. Fractals, they have to be very, very careful coming into the site. Zana not flinching.
Oh man, they really want to force A site.
Yep.
Nate is gonna come out. Zana is gonna get some
Flashing
shrouds
stuff
in
up.
his face. Ooh, great play here from Spicy K, not knowing that the flash is gonna come out. Knowing the timing of the flash as well, just tapping away in that position. But Toby, it's gonna work out for him. Does jump up, does get another one, but this might be big trouble here. Dan doesn't know that Toby is still on top of the box, is gonna get the defuse, and Valkyrie, now it is on their hands whether they want to end this or not. They can buy next round, they can buy next round, and they can buy the round after that. But Fractals, they do have plenty of money as well to go for the comeback. So
That was, my God, that was a big, big, big dick play from Toby. He got a 4K from just being super aggressive, pushing into the site, pushing into A, and going on top of that box netted him 3 kills. That was pretty insane, and Fractals didn't know where to look. They were getting just shot from an angle they weren't accustomed to.
yeah,
That was pretty good.
I do think that Valkyrie is just going to give up the T corridor position, but they're not going to let go of mid as Toby is still watching from a B platform in this one, so I do think Fractals are gonna go for something spicy here on the B site. So Valkyrie not doing this actually, so they're gonna be still stacking this A site with 3 members. But Toby is gonna get some idea of it as he gets Molotov off of B platform.
I'm so good looking at A ramp though. He could be finding somebody very soon. Molly's sandbags does not find anyone. No reaction, though he might be running into Xana very soon. Who Toby is the first one who runs into Spicy K though. Takes his head off for it. Says you're not allowed here, and drops down. Will get flashed as well. And damn so good. He's probably out Fractals. They are still going for B, and damn so good now rotating. Damn wants to be looking to get an op shot off. No headshots through the smoke here, except for Sky, as I was literally just saying no headshots through the smoke. He proves me wrong. But Toby, takes off Dan12's head right as he popped out. Sky does retaliate though, but in a 2v3 situation, with Walker, this being the last round they have to win to get into the grand finals, Fractals, they had to make some desperate plays, and desperation is going to be the death of them as Sky falls down. The defuse goes down as well. Damn so good will be the final nail in the coffin for Fractals. They will not be facing Spades in the grand finals, but Valkyrie will. Valkyrie are our first and third week champions, I believe, and they're looking to be the fourth one as well.
Ending to the Valkyrie versus Frackle saga.
Yeah, it was almost really good if they actually met in the grand finals, because that would prove once and for all who was the better team.
Who is the better S.E.A.L team?
Yeah, but it would be Spades who are waiting for them.
Yeah, and it do be like that sometimes, you know. Spades is not a joke of a team. That's why they got into grand finals. Their roster is definitely stacked, but
and they have showed it.
They're gonna have to go up against the challenge of Valkyrie, as they didn't meet in the bracket at all. Spades did put the Frackles team down to the lower bracket, if I'm not mistaken, and Valkyrie got sent down by Fractals, so it's gonna be an interesting time for our last meta seal. Doesn't mean, guys, this doesn't mean this is gonna be our last not meta. This is not gonna be our last CS:GO tournament, so keeping tabs on the page, like the page, put the notification bell on, like all our posts. And do all
the notification bell, yes.
Yes, you gotta put it on C first. And yeah, the next game is gonna be the grand finals, Spades versus Valkyrie. I have been Sneaky Frog. Man, I'm already giddy about this grand finals, actually.
Yeah, and I've been G10 coming at you, looking to see how this grand final will shape up, as we have Valkyrie, one of the most dominant teams historically in the SEAesport Alpha League, versus Spades, who are relatively unknown, but they have been climbing through the ranks. We'll see you for the grand finals very soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Good afternoon. You are watching the grand final of the final week of the Meta.us CSGO SEAesport Alpha League. My name is G10 coming at ya. With me is my caster in crime, Sneaky Frog.
Hello. It is definitely the final week of Meta.CL. It's pretty sad, but we still have plenty of CS:GO tournaments, of course. Best esport ever, all time, GOAT.
So far, yes.
So far, yes. Until it's eventually 2050 when VR esports is finally a thing. But now it is not a thing yet, as it is gonna be a B-side take here for Valkyrie. But S.E.A.L from behind, Tony Paponi is gonna get one, as well as Zana destroys JY Strong here, not getting the headshot though. And Kakarot and ZYSHIT. I can't say that on stream.
I have been saying it on stream.
Yeah, you should not.
It's a name.
ZYS hit. This hit.
This hit.
This hit. And he's gonna try to get something here, but it is not gonna work out. One of them is gonna disconnect, but do you think there's gonna be a timeout going out in this one? Give us some time to talk about both teams. Valkyrie. These are both relatively young teams. That's what I would actually want to know. I actually know about these two teams.
All right. So, impress on us your knowledge, walking encyclopedia of Philippine CS:GO. Let me know.
Yes, I get
What's
that.
the history? What's the story?
I think Spades. Okay, Spades is a team. So after Kakarot left Bren Fallen 5, he looked for a new team. And I do think that Vince, guy who's named Backstab on the Spades team, came up to him and said, "Hey, you want to join our team? It's pretty stacked, but it's pretty new. It has pretty new players on it. It's like that's why you do get some of the obscure names, as like ZYS hit right here and Prince Jim. As I've seen them around the occasional Counter-Strike Face-It hub, that whatever was the hub at the time. I do see them playing around, but I do think that they've improved to the point that they have already proven themselves going into the grand finals, actually taking down both of the finalists, or rather taking down one of the finalists going into the grand finals, as J1 Strong does come back. So this is definitely an interesting team. This is a team, both of these teams do definitely have high ceilings, as Utahachi, who was once part of the Bren team before, Bren Fallen 5 and Bren became a thing, two separate teams. So he did walk away very early on. I do think that the experience was most people would perceive as negative, but would be a positive on my part, because he did play somewhat internationally as well for the team. So Utahachi does have plenty of experience leading, and the rest of the team, we already all know the crowd favorite Toby is on the team. Most likes probably out of everyone in this server, but the rest are not of a joke as well. S.E.A.L has been playing with Toby for quite a while, and Zana, we all know Zana, good old reliable Zana, who can entry, who can lurk and everything, but they're gonna have to be careful on the other team for Kakarot and Backstab, who can just pop off at any moment like a microwave with
with
metal fork in it.
I was gonna say popcorn, but metal fork works too. Speaking of Kakarot and Backstab, look at this buy for Backstab. He's working with a scout, really looking to get the headshots here. Valkyrie, they will have to be careful here, even though they do know they have the advantage gun-wise, as well as utility-wise. Spades, though, if they lose this, they will be forced to eco. They put themselves in a little bit of an iffy situation here with that buy, but it should pay off if they win. But if they don't, Valkyrie will have a lot of time to snowball their lead. Speaking of Valkyrie, it looks like they're bringing the mob closer and closer to the A site. Jaistrong doing the right thing here with a close angle will pay off for him as he finds Utahashi entering into B. That's going to be 3 of Spades still at B site. Although backstab, he will hit his shot. It was not a headshot though, so it will not kill. Nails another, but goes down to the AK, which is a one-shot headshot as well. There's JM following very soon after. The Kakarot, as you said, he can pop off, and he definitely wants to right now with his Deagle. He's also picked up the scout from Backstab's body. Although that spray from Tony Paponi to take one, take two. Speaking of Kakarot, the last man standing at the back in the bank. He definitely will get one, gets two. He could clutch this out. He just needs to get S.E.A.L, who is looking at the bomb. He is, yeah, S.E.A.L's going to find Kakarot as he's trying to set up a hero play.
Yeah, that was definitely possible until, Tony Paponi sprayed 2 members.
Yeah.
Sprayed 2 members out of nowhere, but Valkyrie on the T side, very great start coming in from them. Spades now on the USP, probably going to stick together in one side of the map. Oh, that's actually not going to happen. They're going to try to go for connector control, I think, or they're just going to play for trades in this one. Single Deagle on ZY's hit. So P250s for rest, a USP on Prince Jim. So I do think that Spades, they're not going to be winning this round anytime soon unless they can get some multiple picks with only these pistols. Probably going to need to catch some of these members off guard. Molotov is going to come out from S.E.A.L. So nothing exciting yet happening in this round, except for that ZY's hit is actually going to get Tony Paponi with the Deagle. And that alerts Valkyrie about people in this A site. So they already know where ZY's hit is actually positioned, but does switch to the A long position now as he gets hit by the single bullet of the AK down to 67 HP. So I do think that Spades, if they can capitalize off the panic of Valkyrie in that one, they could definitely take this round, but do you think that Utahachi is switching up his call here? They might go for the B-side take as the only resistance that the B-side has, not including the people in connector, is only JY Strong. Flashes are going to start to come out.
Yep, there's the flashes. Maybe Strong also flashes himself. They're all flash. He gets one, although his aim wasn't good enough to get two before he went down. ZY's hit though with his Deagle and makes something happen. He does get Xana through the smoke, and a wallbang itself finds him though. And now it's a 2v1. Prince Jim has a USP, and it will not serve him well as Utahachi looks right where he comes from, takes him out with prejudice.
Yeah, that was a great call there from Valkyrie, putting all 3 members, including the bomb, into Monster. So the only person that they only have to worry about is the guy with the P250. And if the ZY is hit, kind of rotating, going into the water area. Meanwhile, Utahachi had to deal with most of the members going into connector. So well played coming in from them as Spades. They can get a pick here, just like last time. This would be very beneficial for them as they do have guns this time. So much more firepower could be the key to them winning, but flashes are going to come out. This is going to be another fast B take here for Valkyrie. Xana is going to get one, just like I said. Xana is that reliable entry alert, whatever the heck you can put on him, but Kakarot does get the headshot from the side. That is from B short, actually. No one was watching B short. Just very surprising. Prince Jim and ZY's hit is going to be the last one alive, or last 2 alive, rather, for Spade. So I do think they're going to go for the save rather than go for the push.
Yeah, going for the push here there is absolutely no point. You have way too many angles at this B site to actually try to clear that way, but they are just going to be watching out, looking for maybe an exit frag or two. There's really nothing they can do here except save Valkyrie. They had a very aggressive, fast B take, and that paid off so well for them. They're now going to exit the site with a 4th round under their belts.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to keep the AWP on the side of Spades, especially on the A site. That is pretty key in defending it. Long-range battles pretty often happening here on the A site. B, not so much unless you count the very early peak going into Monster. But Spades, they're playing this very passively right now, as they should be. Because the Valkyrie offense is not very forgiving for people who are very aggressive, so...
Yep.
It's going to be very interesting on how Spades are going to capitalize off of that.
Speaking of aggression, looks like Spades has made their way down looking for some A long control, which they will be able to get. Toby and Playground will find Prince Jim, sprays him down, and that's not going to pay off for Spades, but for Walker, it was a pretty good push by Spades in favor of Walker.
So Spades right now, very passive defense, just like they should, because Prince Jim did get picked off. That
Ooh,
time
Tony
he
Paponi.
doesn't have the AWP though. But
He's about to run into somebody here, but he does back away. I believe that was a Zist hit. He was about to run into outside. Yes, and it was. He does get the op shot onto Zana. Utahachi sneaking his way into B, finds Jai Strong's head. His flash was able to react to it. Tony Pony snipes Zai's hit out of the air with his AK-47. Kakarot, though, gets revenge on Utahachi. Now, A site is the place where the bomb goes down. Valkyrie, once again, with a very powerful, very aggressive take there.
Yeah. I do think that if ZY's hit didn't... how would I call this? If he just repositioned himself way earlier than he did when he got the kill on Zana, he would have actually tried to get another pick on the site, which would have been more favorable 2v2 as he would be traded with the AWP. But Spades, do you make mistakes? They are human, so that could definitely happen. 5-0 already on T side. It's not looking too good for the CTs as of the moment, especially with their economy. I do think they're on max loss bonus at the moment, so they could go for some buys towards the next round, maybe some upgraded pistols and armor. But at the moment, Valkyrie, their momentum is definitely just on their side.
Yeah, they have all of the momentum, and they're pretty rich as well. They can afford to lose a couple rounds here and there. But Spades, they are going to be forcing this buy to happen. They did have a couple of rifles left over. Prince JM will be stuck with a FAMAS. Now look at this aggressive A approach control from Spades. Prince Jim was spotted out, but he does get a lot of damage on the Toby, who goes down to him. Eventually, Tony Pony gets the trade though, but Kakarot takes out Zana's Zeiss hit. Also does the same to Tony Paponi, and now Valkyrie, they're the ones in a rough position.
Yep. At least they didn't see the bomb, though. They have that for Valkyrie, but Spades, great aggression coming in from them to counteract the aggression, actually, from Valkyrie as well. So, do you think a B-take is of the essence right here? Utahachi does get the insta-headshot right here on JY Strong, but Backstab playing the back of water. Does get the headshot here on Utahachi, but the spray is not going to work out for S.E.A.L, as Spades do get the first round on the board for them, as CT side could be having some improvements here, as they do have money, but Valkyrie can buy up until the next round. I think Toby can drop someone, but loss bonus 1 ticked off already for Spades, but this could be very bad for Valkyrie if they do lose the next one.
Yeah, because then they're the ones who will have to save, and they're gonna lose if Zana and Tony Paponi just walk into Zai's hit like that, but Toby is able to get the trade though. And now Valkyrie, they are operating, they are a man down on Spades, and they're pretty spread out. This could be pretty bad for them unless S.E.A.L's able to get this kill. Will not though, and that's gonna be Backstab collecting S.E.A.L's bounty. Utahachi and Toby. It's once again a 2 versus 4 situation. Valkyrie, how are they gonna win this one, Sticky?
Probably not Toby. That's the solution there, because I don't think they're gonna expect JY Strong to be all the way up in T spawn, so they're gonna have to check their corners. They do want to go for this one, as 2 people are on A site, and I think Backstab is just gonna start rolling back into A site as well.
They're going to walk into JY Strong any second now.
Man, I do think Toby has been heard in this one, as Backstab does move back in this one. So,
JY Strong with a strong first kill, going to flash out. And now he is holding a grenade, but yeah, Utahachi is able to get that kill. He was just throwing a grenade. That's going to be Utahachi. If anyone can pull off this clutch, it's him. He does get the headshot onto backstab as well, and Kakarot, the last man left, he does know where Utahachi is. Was able to catch him out. Good win for Spades, but Walker, they did get at least 4 members of Spades there before they lost. So that's a good blow to Spades' economy.
That was very well played from Utahachi though. That could have went either way if he didn't actually miss the first headshot here going into the last person alive. But Valkyrie, they are not intimidated by this defense by Spades. Smokes are gonna come out, flashes, all that other jazz as they start to go for this B rush. Zana is gonna get caught out as the nade does slow him down, going into this B side connector. Control, actually no one is actually gonna rotate here in connector, so they're gonna start walking back into sight as the CTs set themselves for this B rush. AY Strong and Kakarot are gonna get their respective kills, but Utahachi is gonna get one with the Tech 9. S.E.A.L with the Glock 18. Can he do anything with it? No, it is gonna be Kakarot shutting S.E.A.L down. Spades, great defense coming in from them.
Yeah, and finally Valkyrie are going to be able to buy again. They could try to turn this around with Spades. They could also run away with this half. They could try to keep Valkyrie down. And so far, it seems like Spades, they are continuing this aggressive defense, pushing right into B short there. Take up a very close angle. Looks like Valkyrie, they are taking it a little bit slow after almost rushing into B, but look at this positioning from Spades. This is going to be a very surprising take for Valkyrie because they're going to be looking in the wrong spots, except they are looking in the complete right ones for Zana and Tony Paponi. Valkyrie secure the site, only losing Zana in the process. Once again, Prince JM and ZY's hit. They are in a very familiar position, a 2v4 once again.
I mean, that's just textbook CS right there. I don't think the defense, that positioning with that type of guns for Valkyrie is not good for Spades at all. They can get easily traded in that one end. Yeah. Great entry coming here from short, taking out the guy in backside immediately, so that eliminates the threat. Tony Paponi gets the offer immediately here on Heaven as Prince Jim is the last one alive with the M4A4. Not going to get peeked. Does get pre-fired, but Valkyrie, Tony Paponi, and Prince Jim just going to be killing themselves near the bomb. As Valkyrie does collect the lead onto 6, round 10. Coming into this one, can Valkyrie stack more points, make it more of a bad situation here for Spades, or can Spades actually pull this one back? I don't think this round is gonna be the round, but they could get something here with the Deagles if Prince Jim can actually get someone here.
Yeah, and Spades, once again, they're going for some really aggressive angles here because they kind of have to with the guns that they have. Look at this, S.E.A.L's about to walk into Kakarot right there, gets the headshot. There is one still over there, I think it's JY Strong, no, it's Prince Jim, who's able to get Zana, but the rest of them, Valkyrie, they just mop up the rest. Prince Jim was able to do something, but now JY Strong really can't afford to play a 1v4 with a CZ. Is going to be an extremely tough ask. We'll see if he tries or just tries to get exit frags, because Utahachi's about to run into his area. Tony Paponi will, and he does find Jai Strong's head.
Yeah. I do think that Spades, I saw what they tried to do there, where they tried to go for a wraparound 5-man push going into the bathrooms, but Tony Paponi, knowing that could be the case, actually played the angle that was very disadvantageous for the Spades side when they went for the rush. So it didn't really work out for their favor. So Spades at the moment do have guns. If they do lose this one, they're gonna be in trouble economically in the next 2 rounds as well. So Valkyrie in a very good place. their economy. They could buy, even if they lose this round, they could full buy going into the next. So Spades is definitely a key round going into the half. This could make or break the score line for them. So defense is 2-3. 2 people in bathrooms, rather 1 person in bathrooms, 1 person outside in the A long position. Just boosted up near there. Actually, he's gonna get flashed out. Probably gonna be dropping down just in case. He does get some information here, but Xana is gonna get ZY's hit immediately. Prince Jim is gonna just start chucking flashes near the A long position, but they do trade one out. This is better for Valkyrie rather than Spades, because Spades, their defense is now wrong out. But Prince Jim is gonna get Toby with the pick. Great flashes, great utility coming here from Spades. So it is a 3v3. If they want to go for an A site, this could be very bad for them if they do not trade out each other immediately. But the headshot, or rather not the headshot, the spray is going to come out, but the headshot for Tony Paponi is going to take down Prince Jim. The last resistance that they have here on the A site is going to be JY Strong, as his teammate Kakarot is taken down. He only has an M4, and he has nothing to save, not at all. He does have an AWP right in front of him, but I do think he's going to try to go for this 1v3 situation, because this is a must-win round for Spades.
He's going to try to win it, as he does find the head of Utahachi, but now S.E.A.L and Tony Paponi, they can 100% just play a crossfire here. So Spades, JY Strong is just going to save that op, run away with it, use it for the next round. Valkyrie with their 8th round of the game. Good effort by JY Strong, though.
Yeah, but I do think Valkyrie, Utahachi already called for his teammates to just play that very passively instead of peeking Mr. JY Strong there, just to prevent what could happen. But Deagles and stuff for the side of Spades, definitely they can win with that, but it's a big disadvantage up against the full AK squad of Valkyrie, as they are kind of late going into this B side. They can't play close whatsoever. The B push is going to start to go in, and people going through the smokes and everything. Toby does catch out JY Strong though, but in close quarters they do have the advantage. ZY's hit is going to get one with the AWP. Oh, some trouble with the door, actually, 1-by-1, boys. But in the end, Valkyrie does get the bomb plant. Molotov is going to come out. Boost is not going to work out. Xana down to 31 HP. Prince Jim with the AK-47 this time is going to decide to do a wraparound in this one. Going to try to bait out some of the attention out of the B short position. Prince Jim is going to start to go for the peek. Does get the headshot on Xana, and ZY's hit does finish them off in the end. Spades, very clean retake coming in from them. Do you think the AWP is just going to be picked up after some BM for ZY's hit? But the scoreline not looking too good for them, as I do think they're just going to try to go for the 7.
They definitely can get this 7 with Valkyrie. They still have some money to work with. They still are able to full buy. That is a little bit of breathing room for Spades, but they have to get this. They have to win this round in order to stop Valkyrie. Even though Spades ZY's hit stands a little bit too long in the Molotov, takes him down to half health, trying to be patient, waiting for Valkyrie to peek down. But so far, Spades, I think they are doing the right thing by being a little bit more passive in their defense. ZY's hit is holding the angle here.
But not passive like Omega passive, like they're literally playing sight. They know when to peek. As the case for ZY's hit, he's not gonna get traded out here, but Prince Jim is gonna get another one. This is very bad for Valkyrie.
But it seems like Spades has finally found their footing, but Xana does get a headshot onto Prince Jim, and now Valkyrie, they can make this take happen. They are facing 2 members of Spades resisting their A take. S.E.A.L, they go for the bomb here. Valkyrie being very cautious about it. Smoking at positions, ensuring that they're trying to secure the site. They're doing it now. Xana does get the kill on this and Kakarot, bringing it to an equal 2 versus 2. The bomb plant will go down. Spades, they are going to be coming from the back of A here, possibly.
Yep, and both of them are gonna try to get Xana at least in the corner, so they're gonna have to go for that pre-fire, and they're gonna have to look for S.E.A.L in here as well. Great flash is not gonna work out for them, as S.E.A.L and Xana does take them out immediately. Great 4K here coming in from Xana. Once again, the glue man, the microwave. Yet he's still kind of the glue piece here for Valkyrie, as he does get 4 in that round. 9-4. I do think this is a Valkyrie pick, because Spades, they barely have any strategies for the CT side of Overpass as of the moment. So I do think it's going to be quite more of the fight going into the Inferno match.
Yeah, because it is going to be our next map, followed by Nuke if it goes all the way. Speaking of Zyshet, he will be getting 1 kill, but falls down to Xana in a 1-for-1, which is a little bit worse for Spades because now they're missing their op. The Valkyrie, they can waltz back. They do have their pick of sight right here, although it looks like they will be going for the B push very soon. Spades trying to hold angles, not really pushing aggressively, except for JY Strong trying to get a good position into Monster. Prince Jim, though, he will be the aggressive one. So as well as JY Strong uses his deagle, gets 1 through the blind. But he will get traded out, although this Famas is working out well for Utahachi. Well, sorry, for Prince Jim, who takes out Toby. Utahachi tries his best, but he will get torn down eventually. Last round of the half, Valkyrie are up 9-5. And
Man, that was just a very weird round here coming in from Valkyrie there. They just got picked 1 by 1 here by Spade. So not winning the individual. That's a very fast pick here coming in from DY's hit. Now he has to run away. He tries to go for the no-scope. It's not going to work out as Kakarot does get 1, but he doesn't get Xana, the killer kid here on the A site. Very surprising.
No breaks here. Oh! Backstab! Just saw Tony Poponi. Yeah, that was a literal backstab as Toby goes down as well. What a play from Backstab as Tony Poponi was pulling out his molly. He will get the final kill, bringing the score 6-9 into the second half. Well done by Backstab there, literally stabbing them in the back and living up to his name.
Yeah, but I do think they're just gonna go for a timeout here as Toby does go out. So this so far has been a very good game for Valkyrie. Their T side is something else, man. Especially when their T side has actually been working more when Spades do have complete guns, because I do think that they practice the sets going into the site with that, but Spades have been cheesing some of the rounds off of Valkyrie, as one of the rounds they did pick them 1 by 1, punishing them for their kind of a carelessness going into the connector area and the B site, and also sometimes in the A site as well. Sometimes Valkyrie does get sloppy, and Spades are not afraid to punish that.
Yeah, 100%. The tail of the tape in that first round is when Valkyrie was a little bit too overzealous with their offense. Spades was there to clean up. They had a really good response there. Although Valkyrie, when they did play a little bit more conservatively, they were able to basically play textbook Terracide versus Spades, and I feel like they should be able to stave off Spades here, because I feel like Valkyrie they study this map a lot more than Spades did.
Yeah, so I do think that Spades, if they do want to get back into this one, it's either they're gonna have to play the best T side of their lives going into this, or they're gonna have to start thinking of Inferno. But this game, definitely they could still go for the comeback as the gap between the team is only 3 rounds. So it's not really that far.
Yeah, it's basically a pretty standard scoreline coming into the second half. This can still go either way. Valkyrie can bring it up to possibly 12-6, or Spades can even it up, because if you lose the pistol round, it's going to be hard for you to win the next one. Valkyrie, though, super aggressive 4-man right into here, and Tony Paponi with 2 1-taps right off the bat. What is this man on? Eliminating 2 members of Spades without even breaking a split. Just 2 easy taps, like Utahachi tapping Prince Gem's face right there. Spades suddenly down 2 players. ZY's hit, though, will find Tony Paponi's head. Bomb is at B, but it's once again a 2v4. 1v4 as Utahachi destroys Kakarot's cranium. S.E.A.L does the same for ZY's hit, and the defuse will go through Valkyrie with a 10th round of the game.
That was dirty. That was kind of dirty here, coming in from Valkyrie with the 1-taps going into that one, especially Tony Paponi. The initial 2 at the start of the round. Very great aggressive defense here from Valkyrie, which is kind of ironic because defense is... It's kind of an ironic word, right? Aggressive defense.
It was a very aggressive defense, though. I get what you're saying. Although Spades, since they got the plant, they were able to get enough money to force AKs and Galil here.
That's such a broken mechanic on CS as well. As soon as you get the plant, you can get like some AKs on the T side. But do you think that's the trade-off when you go on the other side? But right now, Valkyrie, I do think they're fully aware of this. That's why most of them bought the M4s, just to be on equal footing in terms of firepower in this one.
Yeah, and right now Valkyrie, they do have rifles now, so they're not going to play that incredibly aggressive CT. And that was a fail molly by Kakarot. A little unfortunate because Spades, they don't have that much economy to work with compared to Valkyrie. They will be able to try, though. Kakarot with the first flash into B site will not signal the execute, though.
Yeah,
although it will signal Valkyrie to rotate. Utahachi will find JY Strong, and you were saying?
I do think that the Valkyrie definitely knows that a single flash won't be the reason why they're going to go for the push, but S.E.A.L catching out 3 with a great flash coming in from Toby. Does get 1 more. That's a 4K from S.E.A.L. Great flash there from Toby. I don't know where that flash came from. Probably in B short, as it popped immediately and just blinded 3 members of Spades. Great utility use here from Valkyrie. Now Spades now on the back foot once again. Valkyrie, very great job coming in from them, especially from S.E.A.L. Great follow-up from that flash with the 4K. With the M4, so now Spades are now on full eco mode. So let's see what they can do. Actually, the Deagles are not bad in terms of damage.
Definitely not. These Deagles, we have seen both Valkyrie and Spades pull interesting things off on with Deagles and CZs, as we saw in Valkyrie's Vertigo map just before this one. Although we will see Spades, they are going to be taking some control here of mid. They're a little bit spread out, not really committing to anything yet, which is weird because usually in these rounds, right, you would try to catch Valkyrie out. You would try to go aggressive in order to get at least 1 kill, a 1-for-1, and then grab that rifle. Feels like Spades, they are just slowly creeping onto A side. They have made it there.
This is better for Spades rather than Valkyrie, but does get 1, but this is just a massacre in A side. Valkyrie making me eat my words. I was gonna say that situation is way better for Spades rather than Valkyrie, but they didn't get the initial kill there on the first guy on site, rather the first contact.
Utahachi.
Man, they paid dearly for that. Now Valkyrie only 4 points away from winning this whole thing, and if Spades do lose this round, this could be over.
Yeah. That was a pretty good spot for Utahachi there. And because he was using an MP9, that was just an insane spray. That was 1,800 Gs in his bank account, allowing him to buy that op. And the Spades, they do have full utilities here. The bomb is a little bit towards B, but they can bring it to A if need be. So Utahachi opens things up with a kill onto ZY's hit, but he gets traded instantly by Kakarot.
Oh, but this is good for Xana though. He knows exactly. He knows exactly. Oh, but never mind. There's actually people behind him, so he might be quite the trouble for him.
He's getting flanked.
No one is on the other flank, so I do think he could have just backed off on the rock, but I don't think he knows that at the time. But that is the AWP on the A long position dropped. No one picks it up from Spades just yet. Great spray. That's still a thing. That is still a thing. S.E.A.L does get the kill on Prince Jim, but I do want to highlight that if you spray the male side of the bathrooms, they cannot line up the smoke properly. That's kind of a 500 IQ move. That is from Device, but Spades are going to start moving into this B side if they can get the initial headshot here on site. They could get this one, but Toby does get backstab, as backstab does see him through the smoke, but it does not work out for him in his favor. But Toby just guns down Kakarot through the wood here on B's site. Valkyrie now 3-0 away from winning this one, and Spades are not looking good in terms of economy in this one.
Yeah, Spades are pretty broke here. I mean, Valkyrie, they pretty much are in the driver's seat of the rest of this game. Spades, they have the scrimp and pinch. They might want to even eco this round in order to fight back the next. But it's going to be very, very tough for them. They're in such a bad position now. Valkyrie, with some expert defense on their CT side. They haven't given up a round yet, the Spades, the second half.
Mm-hmm. Another timeout. I can't really blame Spades for this one. They're thinking of... I'm really thinking of they might go for the Force by AKs and just go into the B site, but that is going to be a huge risk if they do go for it. Safe bet is going to be they just save most of their money this round and just go all out and when Valkyrie still has the 14th score line, but they do risk the 50-50 going into site. So this is so Spades just put themselves in a very hard place right now.
Yeah, it's really a tough pit to climb out of, but it's definitely not impossible. They just have to be smart about it. They have to have really clean executes, and they also have to find that one member of Valkyrie who is looking for information, because I've noticed that Valkyrie, they like to have one player, possibly Utahachi, on the op, looking at early angles for Valkyrie to come out, looking for maybe an initial pick. For Spades to come out, sorry, looking for an initial pick. And Spades, they have to find that player and deal with him very, very quickly, or else Valkyrie will have the upper hand.
Yeah, I do think that if Valkyrie... I like how Valkyrie is playing something... this is like a basketball reference, but like they're playing very positionless CS. It's like positionless basketball where the center going to be the point guard or something, but they're playing that because I do know that Toby can opt very aggressively as well, but I don't think he's feeling it. But I do think if they're gonna pass the AWP to Toby, if they do want a passive offer on site, he could be very active when it comes to the push happening already. So very interesting to see from Valkyrie. So the Spades do go for the somewhat save call at this one, except for JY Strong. He did buy the MAC-10.
Yeah, that MAC-10 could pay out dividends for Spades here if they're able to get one, maybe two kills with it, because that will just firm up their economy for the next round. But Valkyrie is in such a good position. They will be able to buy next round still, even if they lose this. It's going to be Toby, who is in a great position as well, right behind Backstab, stabbing him in the back. Suddenly, Spades, they could be looking at a very, very closed out game for Valkyrie here.
If they don't pick anyone on either side, this is gonna be a rough, very rough round 21 going into this game. So if they don't get anyone with the Deke, maybe even with the Mac 10, I do think JY Strong is gonna go for the entry, as the jumping accuracy on that gun is not so shabby. So a single smoke is going to be thrown here by Kakarot. That's an interesting smoke. Where does that go? He misses the heaven smoke, actually. Or is it a heaven smoke? It's actually a water smoke, as Prince Jim is going to go for this one blind, despite Toby is going to get the M4. But ZY's hit is going to get the 1D Gutahachi. This is now Spades answering back with only Deagles this time. But the reaction here from Valkyrie is immediate, as there is one person in Toxic already. That's Gutahachi. Can he get the last one, Kakarot?
It's possible he can do it. He's at 10 HP. Xana's looking for it. He's gonna go for the full defuse though.
Xana's not scared.
Oh my god. Kakarot thought that he could play it like that, but Xana was just saying, no, I'm just gonna defuse. I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna look for the aim battle. I know you have a deagle. You can one-shot me in the head. And he just continues with yeah, that was a very ballsy play. Spades finally, this could be their last hurrah, spending all of their money to get 4 rifles and an op. Valkyrie in such a good spot too. Almost at match point here, could win the entire thing.
Yep, and now they're switching up their defense. Now they're sticking to sight rather than looking for any picks here. I do think that this is a great call for Utahachi, as they sort of figured out the offense with Spades going into this round. So this is going to be quite the interesting time, as this might be a literal 3v5 fight going into the B site. But no, it's actually 2 people separate here, but they're going to try to go for something aggressive, as Backstab does get Tony Paponi, and S.E.A.L going to try to trade out his teammate, but one person is going to start to fade here on the site. I do think this is going to be the plan for Spades going into this one. Someone's going to try to pre-fire S.E.A.L through the smoke, but no avail.
Yeah, ZY's hit. Still looking at this angle on A, because that is where Spades will be executing, looking for the smoke lineups here. Valkyrie, they will have a tough defense and retake ahead of them, as 4 members of Spades are going to be barreling into the site now versus just Utahachi on the defense. He does have a little bit of an advantage here, though. He is a little bit covered by the smoke, and he will use this advantage to take down ZY's hit in the head. Backstab, though, looking right at Xana as he exits the smoke. Utahachi and S.E.A.L, they can make this retake happen. Kakarot is going to find S.E.A.L first. Utahachi, now the last man alive, going to go back down, going to maybe save this M4.
Yeah, man, this was like a very, very important round for Spades to win, as their economy is not looking good after this round. But after winning, this could be the spark that they needed to go for the comeback. But Utahachi looking to save his M4A1S, as it has been pretty deadly. Just like that. Prince Jim gonna try to go for something here, but not gonna work out. Someone's gonna get the AWP on the side of Spades with Valkyrie. They do have... yeah, they're just passing around some guns, complete utility as well, so they do have another opportunity to go for the maybe, you know, stoppage of the offense here of Spades.
Yeah, they could definitely go for match point here. Spades playing a little bit faster now, taking decisive control of A-Long here. And it looks like, yeah, Spades is just going to be taking control of a few key areas here, looking for the possible A take. Well, Valkyrie, they really aren't in a position to respond to it if it does happen. They're mostly concentrated around B site here. Prince Jim has taken a little bit of damage though What? I do not know. I did not see. But Xana with the angle will not shoot down Prince Jim. Instead, it is he who will use the AK against Xana's body, taking him down with prejudice. Now Spades are in a great position to go for this A take. Well, Correa really hasn't called for the rotate commit, but they could do it right now as the flashes and smokes are coming through. Spades are storming into sight, and Utahaji has a chance here. He takes one and still takes another. He can find another one. Headshot onto Prince Jim. Kakarot and ZY's hit. The last two men who can try to make this happen, but it's not going to happen for them as S.E.A.L finds ZY's hit in the back of the head. Kakarot, though, finds S.E.A.L's front of the head. He does have an AK. He's making it work, but Tony Poponi will find him as well. Takes off his head, and they're able to get the op and AK out of that. Match point for Valkyrie. They could win it all.
That is so sad from Prince Jim. He just misses by an inch. He already pre-fired Utahachi near the truck, but all of the bullets went into the metal sheet just right below him. But right now, Spades, I do think this is going to be their... I'm not saying this is their last full buy, but this could possibly very well be their last full buy if they don't do anything drastic here to prevent
100%.
Valkyrie from getting 16 at this point. But
looks like Valkyrie has stacked their forces at B, which is the correct position. As Spades, they will go for the aggressive entry right now. Utahachi does trade 1-for-1. Prince JM is down. Spades are stuck at Monster right now. They're not... they have to fall back, but as they fall back, Tony Poponi is able to find Jai Strong. ZY's hit gets revenge, though. And now it's a 3v3. Spades goes back for the bomb. They might rotate here. That's Valkyrie.
So with the AWP now, actually.
Ooh.
This is interesting. This could be something. This could be something for Valkyrie. They could definitely end this game.
Look at where Kakarot is. He's all the way up in A, just right next to Xana almost. Who's holding a pretty good angle with the up, but that does mean that Kakarot signals to backstab and ZY's hit that they're free to go A, and they will be running to A long. So, Kakarot thinks the site is secured, and he's mostly right. That will be all three of them running into the site, and they're going to go for the plant while the rest of Valkyrie, they rotate to the back. They're going to go for Utahachi with a clean shot onto backstab. ZY's hit, holding the angle, waiting for Xana to pop out. It will happen, and it does. Xana eats the off bullets. Although it is ZY's hit who will eat Utahachi's bullets next. And now Tony Poponi, ZY's hit. They can go for this. It's a 1v2. They do get Kakarot in the end, and that's going to be Valkyrie winning it all.
First map. Chill out, man. Chill
Winning the first map. Sorry.
Grabe. Dude, that's actually super well played from Utahachi, knowing that if he does wide peek, that he's going to be dead from the upper there on A long. I'm surprised that most of the members of Spades didn't fade to the A long position, but don't think that's going to be the advantage for them, as it is planted for bathrooms, as they couldn't plant it for the A long position since Xana's actually blocking the way. So great job here coming in from Valkyrie, especially with the initial entry there from Utahachi. Getting it in the end is Tony Poponi as well. So first map, overpass, gonna go to Valkyrie. Second map is gonna come in just a bit. So please stay tuned. Keep that tab open, man.
If Valkyrie can win this, they will win the entire tournament for the third time and the second time in a row. They will be back-to-back winners of the Meta.Us CSGO SEAesport Alpha League, but this will be the last week of the episode 1 of the SEAesport Alpha League. There will be more very soon, so keep tuned in for that. But for now, keep tuning in for the next map. It will be Inferno. My name has been G10 coming at you.
Yeah, and it's been Sneaky Frog, and yeah, don't touch that tab, good sirs, ma'ams, and every other gender.
and everyone else. We are an inclusive community here at
Inclusive
SEAesport.
stream, so
Yes,
everyone's welcome.
100%. But I hope you guys are having a good day. We'll see you for the next game.
Oh, the game started. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the SEAesport Alpha League Open. And we are back immediately, actually. That's quite faster than usual. Valkyrie already claiming the first round, the pistol round in this one, actually. So Valkyrie now with the M4s and the MP9s. All that other jazz. Inferno, not their first time with this map, as they did play it against Rack. I do think I remember that correctly. S.E.A.L does get 2 with the MP9, so they're not a stranger in this map. So Spade, 2 left alive. It is backstab. It is ZY's hit. As ZY's hit does get 1 with the CZ. Utahachi turns around, does get 1, and backstab. The does not get anyone here in the mid area. S.E.A.L is on 5. So they don't want to get any kills with this one. It's probably going to be S.E.A.L, but Tony Paponi would be a good kill as well. And M4 would be definitely a good pickup here from Backstab. So he's going to be forced to peek. Actually, in this one, he's going to start running in this B position. Great flash coming in here from S.E.A.L going into the B site. Deagle is going to be picked up by his teammate. And Valkyrie, M4s, MP9s, same story as Spades now are going to be on 5 AKs. Mid control is definitely going to be key in this one, as is Inferno's nature. So peak and mid is going to come out, and I do think my co-caster is here. So Mr. Raph yes, Alino, my number 1 favorite Cebuano of all time.
I don't know how endearing that title is, but it is a great time being on here. Of course, it's going to be Valkyrie versus Spades. Valkyrie already up 2 rounds, and this is, I believe, if they clinch this map, it's going to be their 3rd weekend taking Meta S.E.A.L. And as you've mentioned before, they will be they are quite, how would I say this, the premier online team right now. Already off to a very strong start. Tony Paponi has been doing quite a fantastic job in this series, and the rest of the team as well. Frag distribution is, well, pretty even considering it's 3 rounds in. Spades, though, looking quite patient. Although their bomb hasn't been picked up yet, it doesn't look like they've committed to a site. But it does look like Valkyrie is about to take a lot of banana control here. Zai is going to be blind as hell, but he does find a stealth. The trades are coming in, but Zai also finds Tony Paponi. This B site's definitely going to be opened up, but are they going to call the rotations? The bomb does look like it's going to go down banana, but we do have 1 player CT, and it's going to be the captain himself, Utsuhachi. He's chilling here. Nice little pre-fire there on Zai. Zai finally falls, but the flank is coming in. The leak from CT. Too late and too strong to stop at the moment. It's going to be Backstab going to be planning the bomb right now. I don't know if they're going to play this post plan, but it looks like both CT players are going to come from CT or from Church.
As this is already down for his team as well. Kakarot and Backstab, the last 2 alive for Spades, as is Toby for the Valkyrie sides. Pre-fire through the smoke is going to get Kakarot down to 20 HP as Xana finishes off Backstab here. Does get the double kill and the defuse as well. Great retake here from Valkyrie. Great start coming in from them once again, as is usual for Valkyrie. They want to start off hot as they want that early momentum going into the first few rounds as to get the lead. And just to shake off any nerves from the last map that they do have, they did play Overpass last time 16-7, but there were some mistakes from Valkyrie there, but I do think they learned and they are now applying it here on Inferno.
Man, it's getting really messy here in mid. That Molly is going to do damage, but Tony Paponi with a nasty spray transfer does end up offing himself with the Molly, but the damage has already been done. He is still creeping up onto Kakarot here. And this round looks like it's about done, but not unless Prince has something to say about it. But talking about the last round, it did look like Spades had a good post-plant position, but one of the Valkyrie players did spray through that smoke on Church and did quite a lot of unconfirmed damage there. I didn't know if he confirmed the hits, but still a very strong retake from Valkyrie, as you've said. Right now, they don't really need to do anything. All they have to do is just wait out Prince. And Prince doesn't have a lot on him. He only has a smoke. Of course, the AK is a magical weapon, but against a team like Valkyrie with 2 AKs themselves, it's going to be a little problematic.
Yep, and I do think that Prince Jim is just going to run into the crosshairs of Utsuhachi in this one. I'm not sure if he can actually get the pre-fire here, but Prince Jim is literally pre-aiming every corner that you can hear on B site, but he didn't pre-fire the most common part of a single-man defense here on the site, which is new box, and he's going to regret that until the next round. Prince Jim trying to go for the 1v3 there, but it's not going to work out in his favor. Tony Paponi, literally the biggest enemy, is himself as he mollies himself out at the start of the round. But does get 2 in the end, though. Valkyrie, great start once again. 4-0 already. Molotoving out the ramp once again, just separating the 2 Ts. Going into this one, pre-fires are gonna come out. So many members of Spades are gonna burn down S.E.A.L. He's gonna get some damage in as he does get Prince Jim in the end. Sprays are gonna come out. No Deegs are out just yet for the side of Spades as their numbers dwindle as it is a 2v5.
Valkyrie has been so aggressive towards Banana. They really don't want to give anything to Spades. They know how much value map control is, especially on a map like Inferno, where you really need to expend a lot of utility to get any ground. And talk about Spades, at least they have a decent economy going into the next round. Toby just flashing in for his teammate there, being very sure. Tony does find Kakarot sneaking in, but Kakarot didn't even get the sound cue. He is flashed, will survive for now, and he take one out with a deagle. He is down to 65 health, and Tony and S.E.A.L are here. They could double swing this if they opt to, but Kakarot might just back off. He doesn't want to take the fight. Ooh, but a shot in the back. Don't want to turn your back on an angle where you know an enemy is from. But again, another clean round by Valkyrie. Inferno historically CT sided, but in recent memory, we've seen quite a lot of very close series. One would be a very notable one between FaZe and C9. Of course, everyone's going to remember that one. But talking about the game right now, finally have a very good buy on Spades. However, it's only JY Strong and Zai who's have had frags. Kakarot has found one for himself as well. Prince Jim and Backstab really have to step it up here.
I mean, that has been the story as well on the overpass map as Valkyrie starts very hot in this one as Spades is going to start to slowly collect the rounds, but it didn't really work out for Spades the last time, so I don't think it's going to work this time. So they might want to switch things up as the timeout does come out, so is on the IGL to change any stuff that they can here on the side of Spades. Kakarot does have the AWP this time instead of Aziz here. So this might be something else. This might be something interesting as maybe Kakarot can go for an aggressive peek on mid as Valkyrie has been pelting mid with Molotovs and nades and all that other good utility that can do some good damage there on mid.
Exactly, but we've seen Spades play these past few rounds. It's not necessarily that they've been playing bad, but Valkyrie's mix of teamwork and mechanics have been a little too strong, especially considering that round where they had the post plant and had the man advantage on site, where Valkyrie just kind of barreled through and still took it. It's a bit of a bad sign for Spades, but again, they are a little slow on the start, but if they recollect themselves in time, especially before the side switch, could still be very possible for Spades.
This map is more of a, let's say, bounce map compared to Overpass, as Overpass is very CT sided. Despite that, Valkyrie did get the lead on the T side. So if Spades want to do anything here, they're gonna need to stop the momentum of Valkyrie right now, or it is gonna possibly be a doom for them. So they're gonna have to figure out whatever defense Valkyrie has in mind for this one. I do think they're gonna start nading and molotoving the ramp as well. Kind of missing the molotov here on mid, so Spades do have somewhat of a leeway here going into the banana position.
So far, we haven't seen Spades try to contest apartment too much, but the time they did send a player in apartment, he did get caught out by S.E.A.L, and it looks like players are just going to take it slow again. Again, Spades really not committing to a site yet. It does look like they are falling back on default. That's a beautiful flash, but unfortunately, Tony Paponi could not follow it up. And now it does look like Spades has a bit more control towards Banana, but the bomb is actually leaning towards mid, so I don't know what they're planning here. They might go for a arches to CT take, but doesn't look that way yet. It's gonna be S.E.A.L top the logs, or rather S.E.A.L taking both players from Banana. It's gonna be Zai and Prince Jim getting absolutely executed there. They do have two defensive picks here. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Valkyrie's still being very disciplined. We've seen this kind of discipline many times before. They aren't overextending. Their players are still in very good positions to trade for each other. And Spades only have 30 seconds left on the clock here. No matter what side they're going to take, it's basically an even spread. The utility is coming out for B, and it does look like they've made up their mind. It's going to be JY Strong trying to swing hard on this Utahachi. It just blooms right for him. but he was blind. Oh, and Kakarot finally takes down Utahashi, but he doesn't know someone is in U-Box. It's going to be S.E.A.L lurking here. Looks like Kakarot is going to hold the plant, and oof.
The extra disrespect, just waiting for. I do think that Kakarot did see him. He just, held it down, closed his eyes, and he's like, okay, this is over. Let me get the plant down at least, but he doesn't. Great job there from Utahashi, just fading off of the smoke. Great 2 headshots coming in from him, just preventing the very late push here from Spades. The double headshot of the M4A1S. So right now, Spades definitely not in a good spot economically right now, just in general, as Backstab just hangs around in the Molotov too much, down to 36 HP. The utility damage for Spades, or rather for Valkyrie, is very insane right now.
I think Spades might bring out another AWP next round, but we didn't see too much success from Kakarot there. He did find a pick, but it wasn't really capitalized on. And it does look like Valkyrie's not gonna change absolutely anything. They're just saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Still see a lot of banana control, and it's gonna be a lot harder for Spades considering they don't have a lot of util, and it's an eco. We've seen what magic the Deagles can do. Can Spades pull it off? Is the question.
They're probably gonna resmoke banana here, but Tony Paponi doesn't have any utility on his side, so he's just gonna start fading, maybe just backing off in this one. Nope, he's actually gonna go for the very aggressive peek here on Car, as Spades do start to move back in this B site, as they do get the initial pick. Last time they did get the initial pick, it didn't work out for them, as Utahashi did finish off 2 of their members and started dwindling down. But Spades actually stopped and actually fade into a site at this point. Utahachi gonna try to back off, but it's not gonna work out in his favor. AWP off of the hands of Valkyrie, as Kakarot does get Xana as well, but do they get S.E.A.L? He's gonna catch out the bomb planter. That's gonna be a possible 2K there, but bomb plant is gonna go down just in time. 5 seconds. Yes, it will.
That was scary. It did not look like very cohesive push there, but it looks like Tony Paponi's gonna do as much damage as he can. JY Strong does have an AK in hand. Backstab doesn't really have to peek this. Can wait for the crossfire. With Tony Paponi. Oh, but he had his shot. He missed it though. Tony Paponi rather. I got a little excited there. It did look like it was very possible for him to clutch that, but denied again. Backstab kind of has to step it up. He is going for the James Bond here, going 007, but
man.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard times for Spades right now, but JY Strong does pull them out in the end, out of the rut. And if JY Strong didn't actually wide peek, that Tony Paponi could have easily pre-fired his position. That could have been over, but great sense of game sense here from JY Strong. So Spades now having the first point on the board. Valkyrie, still the same defense that they used here on the past rounds, just more passive here on the B side rather than being very aggressive here from Tony Paponi with the smoke on the very end of banana.
Kakarot very wary of the aggression here, just going for a preemptive molly and being very how would I say this, aware of that boost on top of the broken wall. But as you've mentioned, Valkyrie hasn't really changed anything, and Spades has been doing the same default as well. It doesn't look like they haven't committed the bomb to anywhere, but it does look like they are interested in taking A. It's going to be JY Strong with an Eagle, trying to entry for their team from Boiler, try to take as much as they can. It's going to be Zai here, trying to push out as well. Now, Valkyrie, I don't think they have enough of information to call for a rotate yet. I believe the sound spotting for the players on A wasn't really there, nor for B, but it does look like they are going to fade the bomb again towards B, despite committing so much utility on A. I don't really know if that was the most efficient plan, but, you know, it's a fake, so see how it works. There is only 20 seconds left on the clock here, Sneaky.
I mean, this could either go very well for Spades or very bad, as we're going to find out in the next second. One person's going to be boosted, but Aziz is going to find him out ASAP. 5 seconds left on the clock. Is this going to be the control? And that is a very great job from S.E.A.L, taking down 2 and just hiding, knowing that they're going to need to go for the bomb plant. That is the trade-off if you're going to try to go for a late push The bomb planter cannot die or it is round over. Valkyrie capitalizing off of that. Spades. Man, that the late push is a very risky play, and the risk didn't pay off for them. The coin flip wasn't on their side.
Exactly. It really wasn't all or nothing. If had they committed A, they wouldn't have ran into a heavy stack, but they did, and it just be like that. Bit of a mistake on backstab side as well, relinquishing the gun there, jumping around with his knife out at the end of the round, maybe forgetting that S.E.A.L was still alive and was very close to him. Now it's gonna be backstab trying to contest mid. Oh no, actually, that is not the case. Still, Valkyrie, this defense has not been cracked yet, and Spades, I believe this is proving a lot more problematic than they expected, especially with the round economy, the round loss bonus reset. It's gonna be an uphill battle from Spades, as if it wasn't enough already to begin with.
And Flash is gonna come out. Great flash. S.E.A.L does find one, but backstab finds the anchor in sight. Does decide to swing. S.E.A.L does get Prince JM there, but Valkyrie, Toby, and the boys are now fading into this B site, as it is a great take coming in there with Spades backstab, taking down the anchor immediately, but there's a small gap through the smoke. The UI hit is actually gonna be tagged down to 12 HP. A single bullet from anything can literally be the cause of his death. Oh, great pre-fire there from Toby, catching him through the car. What was that pre-fire? That's such a 5-head pre-fire, man.
Another beautiful retake from Valkyrie. Not much can be said about that one, really. It's just Valkyrie. Although they are a very strong team, they're also very talented individuals. Beautiful play by Toby there as well, using everything he had to absolute perfection. Very textbook, actually. But Spades, as if they weren't reeling enough, have to be scratching their heads right now. They have to try something new. We haven't seen a lot of fast plays from them. They've been going for all-ins very late, and they've been defaulting to a bit of like a 2-1-2 spread for T, but again, hasn't been working out. It's going to be JY, though, fighting the first pick on Tizana here. Toby looks like he wants a retrade. Utahashi trying to fight out the man on T stairs. Toby will find one, but not before Prince executes him. S.E.A.L walking down Banana now, the last person on Valkyrie. Fades. We have Kakarot on very low HP, though he does pick up the op. So it's not really gonna matter if he... The low HP is not really gonna matter if he lands a shot. S.E.A.L does have a lot of room to make, to try and attempt this clutch. They do have a pretty healthy bank, but it's gonna be Kakarot holding down this angle on mid. S.E.A.L, is he gonna walk into it? Yes, he will.
Man, 8-2, very aggressive defense, as we say, from Valkyrie, but it doesn't work out on their side this time, as Spades do kind of stay back. Tony Paponi does get a person in Banana, but doesn't get the second spray. So Prince Jim and the boys were kind of safe there in that round. Valkyrie, do you think they have learned their lesson? They do not have the best guns at the moment, but they're gonna start to just keep it calm in this one.
Yeah, it does look like they are going to be a bit more passive. They're like, hey, you know what? We got the info off that aggressive play last round, and it doesn't look like Spades is up to anything new, really. So let's just chill. Let's see what happens. There are 4 players in Banana, though. Tony does look like he's thinking about taking Banana. Oh, and that Molly lands right on top of JY Strong. And they finally retrieve the bomb again. But it doesn't look like Spades has committed still. Toby on top of the boost here could be a very strong position if he's not found out almost immediately. And it does look like they are going to go for another A take. Except they have a minute left in the round. Toby is discovered, but not before backstab falling. They do have the info now. How are they going to commit to this side? They still have a lot of time to rotate, but that is not on the minds of Spades. They want to take this, and it's going to be Utahashi trying to peek here. Ooh, beautiful fight there by Zai. He is down to 1 HP, so anything could kill him right now. If a mosquito lands on him the wrong way, it's as good as dead. Ooh. Oh! Toby with a beautifully placed nade here. The last man on the side. Can he anchor this for his team? Very, very close there. But that does give a lot of time for S.E.A.L and the rest of the boys to rotate. It's going to be up to Kakarot to clutch this one out for his team. Again, with that AWP, he does find the first. He's very wary of this push from lane. It's going to be Tony Paponi with an MP9. He knows he has to play close. The flash is coming out. Kakarot whiffs. And Kakarot gets BM'd as well.
Man,
Damn.
that should have not been a whiff for Kakarot. He's double scoped in lane. I'm like, how did he miss that? But I do think that Tony Paponi jumping did really set him off in there. So he kind of felt pressured going into the site as the push was coming in. Valkyrie, very great job from Tony Paponi, despite his teammate being picked off, knowing that he could be aggressive in that one with the, as last person did have the AWP, Valkyrie now only, let's say 2 away from the best scoreline that they could get, or rather 4 away from the best scoreline that they can get. But Spades definitely can get something started here as soon as they can do anything with these guns. But if they do lose this one, this could be very big trouble for them, as their economy is, once again, is not in a good place.
Exactly. Kakarot did look like he was about to break into the limits of Super Saiyan, but he was still a regular Saiyan at that point. He is stepping it up. His last few rounds have been great. JY Strong though finds Tony Paponi walking out of the smoke, being a little too aggressive there. They do have the man advantage. It's gonna be up to them what they want to do with this. It doesn't look like JY is gonna check Cubby here, and it's gonna be a free frag for S.E.A.L, and that's what I mentioned as well. Kakarot, beautiful 2 frags from apartment here. He is gonna barrel onto A, and the call is there. The CTs. Oh, we do have one on our side. It's gonna be Toby.
Ooh.
Backstab.
He knew.
Bruh. He knew.
He knew exactly where he is as well through the smoke. He knew the outline of like when someone is pushing to the left or to the right. So right now, Valkyrie, last one alive, is S.E.A.L, the only one. Can do some damage with this M4 as the economy of Spades doesn't look too good. As is gonna stay back. He's kind of gonna bait his teammate, but does get S.E.A.L in the end. So Spades does look like they could get something started here, as Valkyrie, the Eagles are gonna come out for them. Some art spams on the okay. They're just chatting in all chat whether Vince could actually see him through the smoke or not, as Kakarot with a very wide peek in mid, knowing that he'd actually take down Xana, and does get the initial pick as they start moving into this A site. They know that they could be aggressive, as they only need, Valkyrie only has pistols, but they're gonna have to be wary that the Eagles are gonna be dangerous in this one, as Toby, the only one in balcony, does do some damage here on JY Strong, takes him down to 9 HP. Rotations are gonna start to come out. S.E.A.L hits Aziz in the body here with the Deagle, but backstab does get him in the end. Tony Paponi and Utahachi, the last 2 alive. The last 2 members here on the B site, as they're gonna be probably facing Prince Jim very soon in this one, as he's the person who's gonna cut off the rotations here.
And despite Valkyrie having such an incredible start, this game isn't too far off from a common scoreline. Again, it's not very uncommon to see 9-6 or 10-5 on Inferno. It's gonna be Prince Jim. Well, just Prince Jim gonna clean up the eco frags there, just trying to save as much as they can. And it is gonna be a double eco coming out from Valkyrie. And yeah, like I mentioned, it's not too uncommon to see 9-6 or 10-5 on Inferno. And it does look like Spade still has a very good chance on the CT side. Yeah, now they have USPs. It does look like they don't want to waste any time. They are all just running a train on mid. And they're going to see if they can pick someone off. Tony Paponi, though, is getting distracted. Wait a minute. They do find 4 frags, making it very expensive for Spades here. Utachi can land a dink. And he does not. What? Wait a minute. Relax, guys.
What is going on? That just happened, okay? Valkyrie wins the round with only USPs. That's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. I was gonna call it. I was like, they're not gonna win this with... Oh, you know what? Never mind. Apparently they did. But now Valkyrie just turning the round upside down there. They do have 2 ops now. This is going to be a very difficult take for Spades, as knowing that Valkyrie can just shut down entire sightlines with this. Kakarot trying to contest any aggression that might come out of Banana, and is in a very open spot as well. Quite risky, but the Molly's going to prevent any pushes there. And Spades still doing the same default, or rather, one of the 2 things they've done. But Kakarot does look like he wants to find, well, the lineup for smoke right now. But he has been quite remarkable with his past few rounds performance with his entries, especially. Now, again, taking a bit of a turn for a slower pace here. Spades just waiting for any over-aggression that we've seen from Tony Paponi. It is Toby faster in the draw against Kakarot. And JY Strong knows that there's an opera there. Smokes it. Is he going to push through it, though? Is he going to pull the Sui? No, he doesn't. Ooh, and Zai does take out S.E.A.L there. It's one of those situations where the one-shot power of the AK really makes up for the rate of fire. Big whiff there on the opera from B. Quite a bit of nade damage. Zai's going to be swinging. Tony can't find anyone. Zai finds another. He's looking to find one through the smoke as well. But Backstab has the plan. The shots are still coming in. It's going to be Backstab trying to aggro into Church. So it's Utahachi running with his knife out again. It's going to be Toby left alive. Oh, clean shot by Backstab. And it is a 10-5.
Yeah, and I would say it's not the worst scoreline that they could have in this round, but it could be better for Spades. But let's see. It might be a different one for Spades in terms of the CT side. So this might be very interesting coming in from them. But Valkyrie, their use of utility on pistol round is no joke as well. So they might actually go for a... Is this a B take? Or no, it's a second. It's a split. It's a split. Okay, that's
It's
what's
a
gonna
split. I was wondering if they're going to go for a classic that everyone is very well versed in. The Rasbi. Just do it. No stop. But they are stacking up on T-stairs here. I don't quite understand what Valkyrie wants to do. The utility is coming out though, and Zai is wary. Utahachi though with a quick 2K on Prince Jim and Zai. And the frags are coming in all over the place. Does look like they'll have a firm hand on B. And it's gonna be Backstab, the last man alive here. Not unless Toby has something to say about it.
Man, 11-5 in Valkyrie. They're gonna get... I'm not saying the next rounds they're gonna be free, but they do have the advantage in terms of the... I mean, they do have an advantage in terms of guns, but Spades, 5 USPs. I mean, if they can pull off the Valkyrie and just win off the round with a double dink on the very last guy with the USP, this could work out for them. But Valkyrie, I don't think that's gonna happen to them anytime soon, as the MAC-10s and the AKs could, could be big trouble for Spades. But let's see. I do think it should be a full save for Spades, or this might be something big trouble for them.
Yeah, you really don't want your economy to break on CT side, especially on Inferno, where a lot of utility has to be invested into just slowing down a lot of these wild pushes. And Valkyrie, they do look like they want to make some bank here. I think they've read that Spades is probably going to go for a full save. Most likely will go for a full save. And these MAC-10s are going to be looking to create a lot of opportunities for their team. Meanwhile, the frag distribution has been fairly equal on both teams. Spades, they've evened out despite, as you mentioned, a rocky start. But I believe this is the third weekend for Valkyrie to be in the grand finals. Correct me if I'm mistaken, Sneaky.
So this is the final, let's say, final week of the S.E.A.L Open. So whoever wins this is gonna be the definite final winner of the final everything at this point. But we're gonna have more Counter-Strike tournaments, guys. We do love this game very much, but it's gonna come in another form, probably. Maybe another S.E.A.L if you guys, keep watching, just keep sharing, just keep supporting, as that does make the sponsors happy. But Valkyrie, Now on the Mac 10s and the AKs and spades on the USPs and all that other stuff. And it's no, it's not actually a 5-man push in mid. They're gonna decide to pour all of their members here on the B side. So this is definitely gonna be an interesting one for the side of spades.
Unless we see something crazy, not much can be really said about this round. But we've seen the mechanical chops. Oh, never mind. It does look like spades are going for a cheeky boost there from Church, but I don't think they've set it up yet. Valkyrie has no idea what's happening. It does still look like they're stacking up on T stairs and going for an A split here. They already have a lot of apartment control. And spades, it's gonna be backstab to be the lone man on A, but it does look like he's gonna be pouring towards B very slowly to join his brothers in arms. And could be a free sight. Valkyrie, they don't have the call yet, but we already see someone retrieving the bomb here. But yeah, for those who joined the previous meta seals, there's still more to come, I believe, if you guys just keep sharing, supporting, of course. I know everybody loves a good game of CS, and Space was having a little meeting there in the churches area.
I mean, it only takes one. And that's the first clue on where are the spades members. So I do think someone is just gonna try to go for the bait. And actually the bomb is actually gonna go B. So if they do go for the push here, this could be something. But the plant is gonna come down. Utahati with a double kill of the Mac 10s. The cheerleader formation is not gonna work out. Kakarot only gets one and gets a pick on S.E.A.L, but it's not gonna work out for Spades. Valkyrie getting round 12 in this one, and Spades still barely have money to go into the next round in terms of a buy. So some of them don't go for helmets, as you shouldn't, because you know AK's logic. You're gonna get shot in the head once anyways.
And that's interesting. JY actually playing with the AUG here. I haven't seen that in
what is this, 2019?
Yeah. My goodness, good thing that's over.
As the biggest hater of the SG meta, Raph.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I don't think there was a lot of love for that meta, honestly, from anyone really. But it's gonna be Zai just holding down the position in HUD. S.E.A.L will walk into his crosshairs, and Valkyrie's already down one with not very strong map control. It's gonna be Tony Paponi swinging with a Mach 10, but the drive-by doesn't work out. Gets caught by Zai there. JY being very patient, just not swing onto this. And my goodness, Valkyrie players are just walking to every Spade player's crosshair there. It's gonna be Utsuhachi taking down Backstab, but at the cost of 2 of his own teammates. In a 1v3 situation with a Molly and a Smoke. Pretty possible. And he does find one. Is he wary of the banana push? Oh, it doesn't work out for Utsuhachi. It's gonna be Zai finishing the round off for his teammates. A little BM form.
I think if he backed into this smoke in time, this would have been a very different situation. But you know, stuff does happen. Where is the defuse? Yep, no kit, but I do think it's possible for a defuse going in here. So JY Strong is looking for any AWPs, any AKs from the side of Valkyrie, but they do get round 6 in this one. Could this be the start of the Spades defense actually taking down Valkyrie, or is Valkyrie gonna figure out a way to penetrate this one and get that big W, another W, getting their second W in a row for S.E.A.L? So this is gonna be interesting next round.
And the second W indeed is what they're gunning for. We haven't seen too many set plays. We've seen a lot of strong defaults coming from both teams, but we've only seen, I believe, like one set play from Valkyrie, and that was when they stacked up on T mid and did the set smokes for a pistol round. But other than that, it's all been defaults and a lot of map control. Like, as I've mentioned, Spades still holding a very strong crossfire here. It's JY Strong still holding the same position, but I believe that Sound Spot is going to be giving it away. S.E.A.L coming in with a flash. Does blind himself a little there. JY Strong still holding Hut down. But this time they don't have a pit player to cover the apps position. The smoke will delay them for another 30 seconds. It does look like they want to take B. Zano was unfortunately caught in the smoke by Kakarot. And now that Boost is going to fall down. Toby walks into water here. As I said, Kakarot finds one. Can he find Toby? Yes, he does. Toby is prime taking there. And now it's going to be Zai versus Tony, but Tony gets shot in the back of the head. Beautiful round by Spades. And as you mentioned, it does look like Spades' defense pretty strong.
I mean, if Valkyrie can figure out whatever defense Spades is doing right now, this could be something, but Spades getting the pickings off of a Valkyrie 1-by-1, so dwindling their members down to the very last person. So Spades doing a very good job on just picking these individual battles that they could actually get out on top. So Spades now looking for something here. It's actually someone peeked in this CT position as they're going to start to go for the push. The P50 is not going to work out for them because that is everyone dead except for Toby. He does have the AK-47 in this one as he hears one person going into CT, but Backstab does peek him in the end. Lead is now down to 4 up against Spade, so no AKs. Actually, 5 AKs for the side of Valkyrie. So if they do lose, if Valkyrie does lose this round, this could be Spades chipping away at their lead, and slowly but surely they could just take away the second map and go to third.
Yep. Oh, but the aggressive op there not working out for Kakarot, giving his op away for free virtually. As we Prince Jim finding S.E.A.L though, but S.E.A.L is the one to find the frag. That is an unfortunate whiff. Prince Jim not working out for Spades at all. S.E.A.L walking over Zai with that peek as well. Tony, he does have a good shot at taking JY Strong here. And yes, he does. Wow.
Tony is answering back. This is so funny.
I was just gonna say, if Spades did win this, it could be the start of a 3-round spur, but that is not the case at all. The round before this, though, it did. Oh, they're making sure they're double tapping. They don't want them to come back from the dead or something.
Yeah. I mean, all of the Spades fans in the chat are literally doing this, the spirit ball.
Give him your energy.
Giving him your energy. Kakarot does need your energy. Mark in the chat, he's like, please, as it's just, you gotta win. You gotta win for the boys. You gotta win for the boys in this one. But Valkyrie, S.E.A.L is gonna take one down to, or rather, S.E.A.L is gonna be taken down to 17 HP as Zana is gonna try to go for the pre-aim. Does get Prince Jim here. Backstab does get the trade frag in return. Flash is gonna come out. Just gonna prevent some of the Valkyrie members from moving forward in this one. Molotov to prevent the plant going into this B site. So no plant happening just yet, just because that single Molotov preventing them precious seconds in this one. Pre-fire can happen here from Spades.
So the rotations. Oh, yep, it is a 3v4, and the rotations are coming in. It is going to be heavily towards the CT side, though. They're just going to barrel through the smoke. No care in the world. He does finally land the shot, but not before his teammate falls. Backstab finds one. Toby finds another as well. The flash is coming out. He does have a chance to go for a full swing! Toby! One for the highlight reel.
And that's why Toby, with the 1600 DPI and high sense, just turns around, gets 2 in that one, saving Valkyrie. Once again, 16-14. This man is popping off in this one, and Valkyrie 2 away from taking the whole S.E.A.L tournament and closing the doors on Spades and their chances of getting whatever comeback potential they had. So right now, Valkyrie, all they have to do is catch out the Spades members, as is the start. JY Strong.
Honestly, I'm enjoying like the amount of BM Tony's just dishing out every time he finds one. He's not even going for like any of the possible trade angles. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna mag dump onto you. But speaking of walking into sites, it's gonna be Valkyrie walking into a bit of a stack here. Although it's Diego. Can backstab land a shot? No, Toby does. But continuing the momentum from last round, it's gonna be Zygo picking out Zana. He fights Tony Capone as well. He finds 3. Oh my goodness, that could have been really scary. Give his teammate app time to save, but he was quite far. He's walking down mid now. That was a beautiful play there by Spade. Still hanging on to dear life. It is a Deagle versus 2 AKs though. Could be a tall order, but he does find S.E.A.L. tags him up actually. S.E.A.L now moving on to mini pit. Prince J making a lot of noise here. Not a care in the world. And Toby to capitalize. Again, Toby on fire these last 2 rounds.
Great trust there coming in from S.E.A.L, knowing that Toby is gonna start crawling ever so slowly, looking into the lane position. And Valkyrie now a single point away from a winner's interview once again, going into the last seal. And right now, Spades, they could just muster up anything that they can, but I do think Valkyrie is just gonna go for the B rush at this point. JY Strong does have the Max 7 at the wrong face of the map. Kakarot does get 2 with the map M9 though, but it's not over. S.E.A.L, the last one alive for the side of Spades, just gonna try to go for the flash through the smoke. Is not gonna get the headshot here on Aziz. It's not gonna work out just yet. We need to calm down, everyone. Spades is not yet out of this tournament, as a single point could be a single point for Valkyrie, but 6 points from Spades. This could be overtime.
And that money from that the MP9 frags really paying its dividends right now. Again, the buy is not the best. We still have JY Strong with a Mag 7. Wants to play a little closer. Tony Paponi again being very aggressive with this apartment control. He's already trying to suffocate Spades into submission. But again, the round still a lot to play. And Spades not giving up as well. Beautiful showing from both teams. Does look like Valkyrie has the advantage on utility though. Utahaji doesn't have a gun, but if he finds one, could be this very well could be the dagger for Valkyrie. And they are gonna barrel out. The Mag 7 did absolutely well, a heartbreak there. Oh, the trades are coming in. S.E.A.L is very low. Spades and backstab. They are now gonna come from arches here. It's a 3v2 situation. Very tight post plant here. All 3 players stacked on towards A. Gonna be S.E.A.L holding on top of the box. That Molly, if it spreads towards him, that is certain death. And they resmoke again. The flashes are coming in. Not before Kakarot finds one. That was so low. Backstab! Beautiful swing by backstab. But it's not to be. Toby clinches the game and the series for their team. Congratulations to Valkyrie. This is their second title, I believe.
Yeah. Man, once again, Valkyrie pulls it out in the end, as is. Don't go away just yet, guys, as we do have a winner's interview after this. If you guys have anything to ask, just put it in the chat. All the weebs that support Utahachi are definitely proud. The winner's interview is going to be arranged in a bit as they do start filing into our Discord. So guys, if you have any questions for Valkyrie, please put it in the chat, as we do expose Utahachi as he is a big weeb, as it is displayed on the main screen at the moment.
You have something against weebs, Sneaky?
No. It's just that Utahachi is such a huge weeb.
Is there a problem?
Properly. Wait, let me drag them here. Here we go again. I can't swear on stream. Where's the last guy? Where's the last guy?
Can I swear on stream?
Si ano?
No.
Si Tupas. Tupas.
You can.
Fuck.
Tupas.
Fuck.
Just have two
Oy.
us on the same mic or something.
Takal naman ito.
Grabe.
Taba
So,
talaga eh.
once again, you guys won as is. Yeah, that happened. You guys won your second seal in a row. So this time, you did it. It is kind of the same path, fractals. Parang nagkabaliktad actually this time. So it is fractals knocking you guys down to the lower bracket this time instead of the other way around. So how did you guys feel after yung loss nyo to the fractals nung mga around the early rounds?
Actually, to answer that question for you,
Hmm.
we weren't really at full strength, I guess. I mean, some of us literally just woke up. I mean, I guess you could say the same for fractals,
Fuck
but
dust too.
we really didn't feel our game during that game. I don't know why. Like everyone just wasn't hitting their shots. Well, I was, but
Kagising mo lang.
Wow.
I was.
Kaya
Also,
ba nga,
why are you playing
Huwag ng
safe
comments
here?
mo nun eh.
yeah. But you know, we just don't feel Dust 2 anymore.
So it's out of your map pool at this point.
Well, we're obviously gonna try and fix it,
secret.
but
PayPal
know.
muna.
if people wanna play Dust 2, if people wanna play Dust 2 against us, you can try.
So I do think that I would say personally, and some people on the stream, I do think some of the MVP honors from the first map do go to you, Zana. But second map, Tony did kind of step up. So you guys have to share the
Yes.
parang MVP honor. So
Wait,
actually,
what? I
I
have
wanna
MVP
ask-
first.
I
One?
wanna ask Zana like how was it? How did you? What's your mentality going into Vertigo? When you went up
Actually,
Press
here's-
W.
Well, no. Here's the thing about Vertigo. I'm pretty sure no team here other than Brent knows how to play it absolutely properly. I mean,
I give props to Fractals though.
yeah, Fractals also know how to do it, but we're not on the same level as Brent, for example. I
Mhm.
think we just don't know how to play it yet. So when I go into the game, I'm thinking, hey, this team doesn't know how to play the Vertigo. I don't know how to play Vertigo. So it's just whoever's more confident and who has the right mentality. So that's my mentality when going into the game. We're on the same level. It's just whoever has the best mentality and the best day will win. If it's not my day, it's not my day. Bawi next time. But luckily for me, it was my day that game. So
It was definitely Zana's day. So he's been fragging out on the last two maps. So I want to ask actually as well. Like last time you faced fractals in the finals, but now it's Spades. So how different of an opponent Spades was compared to fractals in the grand finals last week?
Well, if you compare both teams, Fractals is more like a tactical or more has like a tactical approach compared to Spades. Spades is more like individual play style. That's why Fractals, I don't know, we have a hard time, competing against them or like fighting
yeah,
against them. Kasi ang
definitely.
ano eh, ang tawag nito, sobrang hirap basahin ng mga galaw.
Yeah, when we're fighting against Fractals, it's hard to read their games, and
Mm.
it's usually like a really close game, 16-14 overtime. So
So
whenever we're fighting against Fractals, of course we have the mentality that we can win this game, but it's not really like we're not that super confident that we're surely gonna win this game. No, it's a 50-50.
mm,
Like
Whereas-
every
so
round
are
is
you
like
saying that
usual.
fractals is a harder opponent than Spades?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I mean
Wow.
Spades has fragging powers, but in my personal opinion, Fractals with Eugene, the one with Eugene, is harder than
No.
with Spades.
Oh yeah, because Sky was playing actually.
Yeah, Sky was playing. The game there would have been a different story if Eugene was there. We would have been a lot closer.
Maybe in
Because
the next
If
seal.
you guys remember the last time we played Vertigo against Fractals, Eugene dropped 40 kills, I think.
Yeah, he
47,
dropped like 47.
Yeah.
47 frags.
So when we saw that Eugene wasn't playing for Fractals, we were like, we can actually play Vertigo because Eugene's not there.
The man.
So yeah, Raf has a question for Tony apparently.
Oh yeah, so I noticed in the last, well, actually, for a few rounds in Inferno, that you're very confident taking a lot of the map by yourself, and I wouldn't say BM, but unfriendly banter towards the dead players. Have you had a lot of previous experience playing against them? That's why you were playing that aggressive, or was there something else behind that?
I just base my moves on info, based on my teammates' info. Tapos yung based also on previous rounds on how they play. So when I know how they play, so I'll just assume my positions as well. And yung isa, namali na ako click nun kasi 1v1 yun eh.
Yeah,
Huwag
Tapos
kang explain, pre. Huwag
it
kang
was
mag-explain.
I got
Eh,
teabagged,
Hindi,
man.
kasi I was MP9 and he was like an up and he was already it was a 2v1 situation. He killed the guy in Arch. But then I didn't know if he was wide picking me or not. So I was really like kind of worried. Or because it
Mm.
was Kakarot by the way, so he's a top player as well. And I totally respect the guy. I just accidentally clicked mouse on after I picked up the op. I didn't know why they, spray down our carcasses in V site.
they must
Pero
have
ayun,
thought that we were BMing, but
yeah,
it
but we
wasn't
weren't.
Tony's intention to BM. He just clicked mouse
Tapos,
lang.
ayun, yung binaril na niya yung bangke, di syempre, babarilin din namin ng bangke. Ganun, bawi-bawi lang. And also, they were really playing aggressive. So, we kind of read that as well. And then, we were used to teams playing aggressive. So, medyo may counter na kami sa mga ganun. Yung mga asim plays, kumbaga. So,
Basically,
di na
the
bago
reads were
sa
there.
amin. Oo.
Yeah, we have reads.
We already read
Actually,
how they play.
at one point we even changed up the game style because what happened was we were playing like really passive at the first. But then I was like, wait, I'm gonna try something, and I just played super aggressive, and it kept working. So
So you just started running
yeah,
at
so,
the enemy team. Okay.
Uh,
yeah.
So great strats coming in here by Valkyrie here. Like Mina, Lifex Mina still didn't change his thing on Discord, so he's still on SH Betis Noir, I guess. So uh
I mean, he is technically.
he is technically SH Betis, but great job overall here by Valkyrie winning their second championship here on the episode 1 of SEAesport Alpha League Open episode 1. Episode 2 is definitely soon, so there probably going to be a rematch, hopefully with the fully fleshed Fractals versus the fully fleshed Valkyrie is going to happen on the episode 2. But for now, it is Valkyrie on top. I would like to thank everyone who watched the stream. Thank you everyone for sharing and all that other stuff. Congratulations to us, I guess, for reaching 48k likes on FB and
Pa-shoutout.
49k followers. So
Shoutout
any
sa papa
additional
ko.
shout
Shoutout sa papa ko. Magpakita ka na, please. Kailangan na kami ng pera. Thank you.
Shoutout din pala sa pamilya ko, sa supporters namin, as well as follow Smo Music on Spotify.
Yan. Coming from
Shoutout din
Tony
sa babasag
Poponi.
daw ng cellphone. Nasaan ka na?
Shoutout shoutout
Yes,
kay
yes.
nila sa supporters namin, I Can Lim.
Shoutout din
Also
sa magbabasag daw ng phone pag natalo spades. Asan ka?
Right.
Pa-shoutout sa Cavite Foot Club and sa mga supporters namin, especially kila Jay, yan, mga streamer. Thank you everyone for supporting us, and ayun lang.
any other shout outs?
Shoutout kay Sneaky Frog and kay Raf.
Tama, that's correct.
Yes.
I'm hungry.
Actually.
We need to wrap this up because I'm really hungry actually. So anyway, guys, that has been the episode 1, the last week of the episode 1 of SEAesport League Open. Thank you once again, everyone. It has been Raf. It has been Sneaky. Make sure to check out all of our social medias. Raf, I forgot yours.
I forgot
So you-
mine too. Hang on. Yeah, hey, wait, there it is. It's facebook.com/RafRafCast. But before that, of course, be sure to like and follow SEAesport, guys, for more esports related content.
Yeah, please, because we need it. We need the numbers, guys. And meanwhile, for me, it's Sneaky Frogcasts on everything except Twitch, and it's on Twitch is Sneaky Frog 1. So that's it for the stream, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we are just gonna be peacing out.
Pansit Canton with rice.
Without rice. Original. Pancit Canton without rice.